right now. Maximize your tax return. We are going to be matching your down payment up to $1,500. So if you've got, let's say you just got 500, that turns into 1,000. 1,000's 2, and 1,500 turns into 3. So come and see us.
All right, it's the Salesman Showdown. We're going to be telling you more. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw, and online at harryrobinson.com.
When seconds making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
At the screen, you have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you
just taking it day by day, and seeing how he improves.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort.
I think last time I was on here with you guys, one of the things.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You're not going to get penalized for losing over there.
How do we feel about Chuck's word usage of the P word?
What are we talking about?
Penalized versus penalized.
Like when you play golf and you use the word penal. You don't say that's penalty. You guys have the most limited vocabulary of any group of morons I've ever been around. Seriously, you guys are idiots.
Check. 1, 2. That's good for
idiots. I'm not going to be
1, 2,
made
1,
fun
2,
of for
up
using
higher.
a normal word.
There we go. 1, 2.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's start on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I got to tell you, I'm really excited to get to Bud Walton Arena tonight. Sometimes midweek games, I'm going to confess, sometimes midweek games aren't exactly the thing I look forward to the most during the week. But Texas is in town tonight. There's a storyline to the game because Arkansas is going to have to overcome some things again with Adu Thero out. And Bart's cutout makes its debut tonight at the Basketball Palace in Mid-America. It's going to be a grand night. I can feel it coming.
Yeah, we're going to talk to the young man who is holding Bart tonight.
Whoa.
Cradling, if you will.
Yeah, whoa, let's settle down.
I think it's going to be great, and I don't think you need to be overly concerned. I think you're in good hands. And we need you at the game, by the way. We're going to have to talk to Tom Hart. He's calling the game. I want to see the camera shot of Bart, the cutout, and then pan over to Bart sitting next to
would be huge.
Johnny Tyson.
That would be awesome.
On like row
courtside.
With like a vodka soda in his hand, and his pinky out, legs crossed, Chuck's house shoes on. Some sort of fashion statement.
That's directly across from where I sit, Bart. So we can wave to each other.
I can hear Tom Hart now.
I'm sure that's really
make
what
some
you
eye
want.
contact during the course of the game.
I can hear Tom Hart now, and there's Bart Pullman pretending to be at Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
Courtside, next to Spike Lee.
I just want a critical missed free throw, and Bart to be in the background as the Texas free throw clanks off the iron.
As I was falling asleep last night, I kept kind of like waking back up and thinking to myself, what could go wrong? Okay, what could go wrong? And then one of the things that could go wrong, and this is why we had to have a professional student who is going to be on an NIL deal with us tonight. A professional student, we need someone like that in charge because we can't have someone who doesn't know what they're doing throwing up Bart behind the basket while Arkansas is shooting a critical free throw, for example, and then Bart lost the game. And imagine what like the best of Arkansas sports and some other people have internet stuff would do to the show then. Can you imagine? It'd be
over for me.
Things are already.
You'd be like Bartman.
Yeah.
You'd be Steve Bartman.
Yeah.
Just be Bartman.
I don't know, and I don't care to get into it, but we wield a lot of power, as I'm told, because we're impacting things that could have happened without us. Like we're holding things up. We're changing the world over here accidentally. So be careful.
I didn't know any of this.
Well,
I was unaware of the shift in. I mean, I know the world's
around.
changing. Don't get me wrong. I pay attention.
Well,
I
Chuck,
just didn't know we had a hand in it.
We're involved.
Okay, all right.
I saw it yesterday.
I didn't realize that.
I was on Hogville yesterday. Apparently, house shoes. The sales of house shoes have gone up worldwide on Instagram.
Really?
Because we talked about you wearing them, and so like on clouds, out the window, Hoka out the window, Uggs out the window.
No, Uggs are in. Those are what Chuck wears.
Well, people don't know that. There's some knockoff brand from another country that's it's in my Instagram feed. It says Chuck's wearing these.
My China house shoes.
You're authentic house shoes only.
Just for the record, look at these shoes today, boys.
Oh,
yeah.
You guys would love to have a pair of shoes.
Cole Haans?
No, they're not Cole
Allbirds?
They're Johnston and Murphy.
Oh, okay.
Well,
you guys take a look right now. I don't want to hear
All
any
right.
more of your grief about my footwear.
Did you pick those up next to like C13 at the Charlotte airport?
No, but I know the story you're talking about. No, these were ordered online. As a matter of fact,
There's nothing like clothes, like fashion shopping for a man.
The Atlanta airport has a good Johnston and Murphy.
Yeah, one of those
For the
fancy
record.
airport.
Chuck's like, I've been there.
You walk in there and you think, boy, I'm getting a deal.
They mail it to you.
Have you ever bought anything at the airport and thought, man, I'm getting a deal? No.
Not ever once in my
But you
life.
actually could be, but psychologically, you're just not going to buy into that.
I actually did buy something in that store one time because it was on sale. Normally, I just kill time, but I did actually buy something then.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm not wearing pants for a while.
Were they really talking about my shoes?
Well,
that's huge,
I
man.
made that up.
Ah.
I didn't want to have to admit to lying about that, but I will.
Well, it's not the first time anyone's maybe stretched the truth on this show.
Can we talk about the weather? There's no stretching the truth here.
It's not going to go up a lot from where it is right now. It's very mild right now.
I am
very
very
mild.
much. I'm driving around yesterday thinking it's summer. Last night, it feels like, the sun's out longer. It's warm. People are out walking their dogs and kids are running off without their parents. Like I was out, for
The American dream.
for a little stroll, and here comes some, 4-year-old on a bicycle, and I'm like, where are their parents? Well, they're just 2 blocks ahead of their parents, and I'm like, wow, I live in such a wonderfully
Such a
safe
safe
neighborhood.
area.
Yeah. 2 blocks later, have you seen she's up, maybe you ought to go get her. I mean, but it's, everywhere. Like, it's people outside. Yeah. It's just, you can feel the energy on the show. Like, we come in here today, you can just feel the energy. Like, I see you guys every day, and quite frankly, sometimes it sucks because y'all are just you can just tell, that you're feeling exactly like I am. Your whole life's just, you're just kind of thinking about everything that's not exactly how you'd want it to be. But then the sun's out all day and it's nice and you can wear shorts and you want to be outside and you just want to breathe God's good air and you just feel better.
Good Lord.
And that's how it is today. That's how you can just tell. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're right. Spring is springing.
It's
It's
here.
springing right now. It's not here, but it's springing. And
went shopping for an Easter outfit yesterday.
Easter outfit?
I'm kidding.
What, you get a new dress?
I'm just kidding.
Get a new sundress for Easter?
Well, yeah.
All right.
That would
Well, the man said he wasn't going to wear pants.
Why did you have to be weird about it?
Well, I mean, you said you were. I mean, I don't know guys who go out and shop for Easter
Well, it was a
outfits.
joke.
That's
but
I
it
was
turned me into
joking
a
too.
dress shopper.
I was joking too.
Well, we can't joke
I mean,
about
you were
stuff
talking
like
about
that.
gender reveals
Well,
yesterday and shopping for dresses today. So that's your deal.
Look, the gender reveal was for a baby, and all I said is that's the one and only we're gonna have. Like, that's it. Spike the football. It's blue. The chalk came out, and we're done with it. Now we know.
I've been
Let's
to
go.
those. I've been to those. I
Yeah.
understand.
Well,
how that
really,
works.
have you?
I've been to a baby gender reveal before. Yeah.
Is that right?
I have, yeah.
Thanks for qualifying.
Once, twice.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 6:10. We've talked about nothing of significance so far, but the Razorback baseball team, they shockingly just crushed Grambling State yesterday. Real shock. Edward went to the game with our friends from Weichert.
He was a guest?
Didn't tell anybody.
Well, he told me.
Well,
But,
that's because you had to arrange it.
I had to arrange it.
Bart
But,
had thoughts of going, but didn't know Edward was going, and so therefore Bart just did what Bart does, and he didn't, he worked.
Well, Edward told me not to tell you guys. Otherwise,
That's
I would have, otherwise I would have spread the word. But Edward's text said, "Don't tell anyone."
I've listened to a fair amount of it on the radio yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah, and that is,
I heard a couple of innings.
Classic Edward style. But I was, I think I was in the car for roughly 4 hours yesterday.
Oh, the first
Fayetteville.
5 innings took like half a day. And what'd they end up playing? 7 innings?
7 innings.
Did they go 7?
Run rule.
I mean, it was a long, it was a lengthy game.
Did they just score again? Like this
well,
morning?
they could if they were still playing.
14-3 in 7 innings. So congratulations to the Razorback baseball team for taking care of midweek business, which doesn't always happen.
Did I read where they're playing Grambling, and that's the North Little Rock game this year too? I think I read that. They may play them again before it's all said and done this season.
We'll effort that information.
Well, I mean, I'm
please
just
do.
speaking off the top of my head.
Please do, because I want that on the refrigerator.
It is indeed.
Well,
April 1st, Tuesday, April 1st.
You have to remember, when I read
Dickey
things,
Stevens
guys,
Park.
the retention is just, it's off the charts.
Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. Better not get fooled.
No.
Grambling. And
That's
what
right.
time does it start so I
6
can clear my
o'clock.
calendar?
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
North Little Rock.
PM, North Little Rock. Do
It'll be a sellout.
you
I'm sure.
want to go?
No.
But you like,
Oh,
you mentioned.
well, I
they're
might
playing
go.
them again.
I thought you were going to say, "Do you want to go with me?" I cut you off there.
Well, that's
That actually is a fun time, and I don't know how many people from Northwest Arkansas make the trip when they play down there. It's hard to get tickets, from what I understand.
Very hard.
But I can remember they started doing that when I was still doing the games, and that's a fun trip. I mean, it really is.
It is.
It's a fun game.
It's a great environment. It is fun. I am now every evening sort of going to the television at some point and going, okay, where are the bubble games? I need Bart to like post the bubble games that all Hog fans should be interested in on social media.
I watched one last night.
So I don't have to like remember what he said that I wasn't listening to begin with. But I come in, and so I don't know what I'm watching last night. Like Illinois and Iowa are playing, and I'm like, whatever. And, Mississippi State's getting absolutely
drilled.
Like, you ever seen one of those slapping competitions in Europe? And except Mississippi State wasn't slapping back.
No,
they're just standing there at midcourt, and Alabama would just slap the heck out of them, just bam, right in the face. And Mississippi State, like, they wouldn't even slap back. And so eventually they just got slapped right out of the building. And anyhow, I get in this morning, and Bart's got the notes in all red. By the way, did you see what he did with these arrows?
Yeah, I
you
did.
see these fancy little arrows,
up and down.
like the emoji arrows
I know.
on how the Hogs are doing in the basketball metric update. Oh, they went up in Bart Torvik's whatever he has.
Bart takes a lot
by
of pride in
2.
his presentation.
Yeah.
he
Sometimes
really
we need
does.
more substance and less presentation.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Bart appreciates a good presentation.
Yeah.
I'll bet when he makes dinner, for example,
But you hear what-
everything's perfect on the
Right,
table.
but you hear what I'm saying.
I do.
Like maybe some more substance and some less
I hear you.
presentation.
More-
Like, don't get
more-
carried away
more
with
substance
what color
than
everything
style.
is. Yeah. Well, thank you. That's what I was
I'm
going
trying
for.
to make it easy for you to read and comprehend.
Bo is a television guy at heart, and
whatever.
style over substance.
Whatever.
You know how that is.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's 7 pages of notes today, for God's sakes. What
Right.
more do you want?
Well, but how many of them are substantive? Like, if I just read the notes right now, how long till they just turn us off?
There are some repeats.
Like, I'm
on
talking
here.
about the whole radio station just says, okay, go to national programming.
Nobody
If
cares
I were to
about
just
this
read all
old
of
guy in
this.
Tulsa.
But
Nobody
I will
cares
say,
about that.
I will right here he's got bubble results right here in all red, bubble results, and you don't even have to read the scores.
Bad.
That's what it says.
That's what it says. Georgia 88, Florida 83. Bad. West Virginia 73, TCU 55. Bad. San Diego State 73. The beloved New Mexico Lobos 65. Bad.
That's what I saw.
So there you have it.
So
like I said, trying to make
Everything that
it
happened
easy for
last
you
night
to
was
understand.
bad.
Right.
It was a bad night for
follow up.
Arkansas in the bubble.
follow-up question: where does that leave us? See,
I
that's
think-
what I'm saying.
No,
Like, all we know is yes, okay, but where does that leave
I
us?
think Georgia probably played their way back into the tournament with
No,
the
they
win.
did not.
with the win.
No, they did not. Joe Lunardi said last night they're not back in. They're close. They're not back in.
I disagree with Joe.
Okay. All right. Bart Buckets. Forget Joey Buckets. Let's go with Bart Buckets.
I disagree
Bubble
because
Bart.
when you look
Bubble
at
Bart.
That's better.
That's it.
Bubble Bart. We got it. There's the brand.
Go
Start
ahead,
a Twitter
Bart.
account.
Go ahead.
Start one.
When you look at Georgia's metrics, like across the board, they're better than Arkansas's. Like that's a problem.
What?
That's a problem for Arkansas.
What?
If the tournament started today, Arkansas
I'm
would
not
get
saying
in,
Arkansas
Georgia
would be
would
out.
be out. If it started today, that would be what I would say.
You
And of course, it
disagree.
doesn't start today, so we can argue about it to kingdom come, and
And we
neither
will.
one of us may or may
And
not
we
be
will.
right.
Okay, we got to take a break, but I want to hear a little bit more about that before we move on
Yeah,
to
I'm
something
sorry.
maybe more entertaining.
Bubble
I don't
Bart.
know.
Yeah.
By the way, your sweatshirt today, your hoodie, whatever it is. Whew.
That's dynamite, man.
I mean, that's really that's a great
It's a
Nike
lightweight
design.
It's a lightweight.
Look at that
hoodie.
Look at that A
home plate
in the middle
dish.
of
Oh,
home
it's got
plate.
the hoodie on the back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An A in the middle of home plate.
Man, you ready for a ball game, Bart?
Oh, man.
You ready for a
You have
basketball?
your
game?
outfits picked out for the rest of the week?
No.
Because after tonight, man, you're going to be.
What are you wearing to the game tonight? I think you should wear exactly what's in the cutout.
I'll tell you, once
is
this
it
Bart
live?
cutout-
Is it
Ooh.
Bart really, or is it just the cutout?
I don't want to be anywhere
Once
near
this
that
Bart
thing.
cutout hits, man, it's going to be
it's
it's going to be.
massive.
He's going to be up all night in his DMs.
Hey, there are going to
No,
be people
stop.
at the game tonight.
That's a
what
lie.
they're going to look for. First thing.
Oh yeah, I got $100 like from Walk-Ons, a $100 gift card from Walk-Ons for the best photo of Bart
Hey,
and the cutout of Bart.
There
at
you
the
have
game.
it.
877-377-6963. I'll tell you more about that. But we're like tonight.
we're all in.
We're putting all our chips in the middle. It's not even a 50-50 raffle. Good morning. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations. Hey, Chuck, I made some good calls today. You sure did. You sure did.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
2025 is here, and Fayetteville Auto Park is making it easier than ever to elevate your drive during our New Year's sale. Every pre-owned vehicle, hundreds and hundreds to choose from, all with clearance pricing for a limited time. That's right, Fayetteville Auto Park has clearance priced every used car, truck, and SUV in stock. One-owner trades, budget buys, luxury vehicles, off-lease cars, even certified pre-owned, with special finance rates and warranties up to 100,000 miles. Buy now at all 4 Fayetteville Auto Park locations. That's Acura of Fayetteville, Honda of Fayetteville, Toyota of Fayetteville, and Chevrolet of Fayetteville. It's time to drive in 2025, and no one makes it easier than Fayetteville Auto Park. Take advantage of clearance pricing on every pre-owned vehicle now during our New Year's sale. Limited time only at Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you live near Alex, Alma, Branch, Bloomer, Mountain Burg, or Ozark, Wave Rural Connect Internet may be available to you right now. Wave is now serving a few non-member areas and adding more in the coming months. Check availability online. Sign up.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother, they're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. This message courtesy of the Arkansas Beef Council and Beef. It's what'sfordinner.com.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools. Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports.
I think the boys program, we definitely thrive off the energy and the emotion. I think as a coach, it's a big thing to kind of just help those guys rein that in, myself included. You know, there's times we have to take a step back, take a breath during a timeout, and just sit there and breathe.
New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com. You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Oh man, I got revved up.
I know you did. Both of you did.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get revved up on something different than
you
that
guys
segment.
got so fired up, I started sweating. You know, and I wasn't doing anything in that segment.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah.
It is a little warm in here.
Well, tonight it needs to be warm in Bud Walton, and they need to sweat Texas right out of the building with their defense. This team is all about defense.
They are right now.
It's well.
They're really going to have to be tonight. I mean,
calling card.
With I don't know the effect Thero being out is going to have. I mean, we're going to find out, obviously. But yeah, you better play well on the defensive end, and you better rebound.
Cal talked about the defense earlier this week.
To be honest with you, our defense, folks, this year is in the top 20. You're going to have Coach Chin come in. He's done a great job of preparation. We give segments of defense during the practices, but a lot of it's the preparation so they know how we're doing this together.
That's how these guys have gotten back in it. You know, as far as the bubble Bart conversation, that's how they've gotten back in it. And then obviously, you know, that leads to scoring points, but being able to defend and give yourself more opportunities is obviously a difference maker, and I think it will be again tonight. They got a couple really good players. Trey Johnson's a lottery pick. He's averaging like 20 a game for Texas. Tremont Mark, who averaged 16 last year at Arkansas, is averaging almost 10 a game at Texas, and he'll be back. He didn't play well in Austin. How much does playing twice in the same season impact it within a month how this game gets played tonight?
Well, I think the key phrase there is within a month. Because, like, for example, if you play somebody in January and you don't play them till the end of February, that's a whole different team. You know, the fact that you played them early on, I mean, there's some tendencies, you know, and there's certain players that are just as good in late February as they were in early March. But some teams change a lot, and Arkansas is one of them, and I'll give you an example. When Arkansas played Missouri up there in Columbia, you compare their starting lineup that game to what their starting lineup was when they played him the other night. It was only 2 of the 5 guys. Only 2 of the guys that started at Mizzou started against Missouri and Fayetteville. So you do have games where there's such a separation that it doesn't matter. But this is close enough where Texas and Arkansas's, you know, they played well that night. Texas really didn't. But there's not going to be that much difference in styles and things like that. Obviously, Arkansas playing without Thero, though, is going to be a lot different than it was in Austin. That'd be my take.
What's the number tonight? Did you have it in the notes? I
What
read
is
the
it,
notes.
Bart?
I didn't see it. Do they have the number posted yet?
I'm pulling it up right now. They did not the last I checked.
When was that? 4 a.m.? Were you up at 4? 5? What time were you up today, Bart?
The
Hogs are 4.5
4.5
point favorites.
4.5 point favorites. What's your initial reaction to that, Bart?
Did you hear Edward come in and go
Edward
right over the Chevy Situation Room? He went right by Chevy of Fayetteville.
Edward
right
doesn't
past
care
Bart.
whenever I'm looking up
And-
something. He just doesn't.
It sounded to me like Edward was delivering the mail for you.
This is a great.
That's what it sounded to me like.
Edward's not that much younger than you, but he is significantly younger than you. If you want to try
quicker.
to figure that out,
The quickness of you.
We will
can
not be
tell.
divided back
You can
here.
tell.
We will not
You
be
see what I'm
pit
saying?
against each other.
I appreciate that, and
Yeah.
thank you for publicly saying that. We know how you really are. Like you went to the
Come
game
on.
yesterday and didn't want Bart to know, so you could have the Weichert group and all the cocktails and the Black Forest ham and whatever croissants you all had and all that stuff.
It's the exact
yesterday.
picture.
Yeah.
Edward talked to him
Did
about.
you guys have creme brulee in the box? yeah. Like, Bart is not invited.
Lots of it.
Because Bart will be over here and he'll be hobnobbing and everybody will want to talk to Bart because Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. He's got his own segment on the show. And I just have to sort of insert myself to get some playing time.
I'm positioning
and that
myself
means
for
when
my
they
own
ask
segment.
Bart a question and it takes him a half an hour on something he should have already known the answer to and it should have been in the notes, I'll answer quickly. And that's just that played out. And then Edward's like, "You're not going to divide us." Well, the hell we're not. You guys have already done that.
It's not going to be for lack of effort. Let me tell you.
So it's 4.5.
4.5.
You're surprised by that?
I am surprised by that. Yeah.
What did you suspect it might be?
I was thinking Arkansas by a point,
Really?
maybe 1.5.
Think it'll move today because of Thero?
No, probably not because of
Feel
the
like
way
it would have already.
The way
Yeah.
the way college basketball
Well,
lines,
word just
basketball
got
lines
out
in
last
general
night,
are
officially.
set. Like that line is set with the idea that Thero's out. So I don't know that we'll see a ton of movement
Yeah.
on that. Especially not, if anything, we might see more movement toward Arkansas. I just.
So in other words, you don't know.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm joking.
But things change.
Things change. No, you're
y'all
right,
are
though.
ruthless.
Well, we are. But
It's just look, all you got to do is
honestly,
turn it and
honestly,
it'll be
I
on somebody
agree
else
with
in a
you.
minute.
Honestly, I agree with you.
But today is
I am surprised though. I'm surprised that it's that many.
I am too.
I think, and my surprise makes me feel better about Arkansas's chances to win the game tonight.
I was thinking as we were waiting for the spots to play so we could come back. Whiteout tonight. We were talking about the big whiteout.
Right.
How Bart's cutout's going to stand out tonight.
because it's pretty much dark clothing.
It's going to be like the black dog in the middle of the
Right.
white sheep.
I can
that
only
you
hope
see.
that really works.
Oh,
I hope it
think it's
really
going to.
shows up.
I didn't mean to change
And,
the subject, but
well,
it seemed like it was dying.
It's a topic of the day. And, your instincts are uncanny. They really are.
I'm joking. I'm going to shut up.
So I need to talk about this a lot today. And at 7:30, we're going to talk to our friend Peyton, who's going to be holding the cutout of Bart. He normally holds Bobby Portis, but we thought we could kind of switch it up with Portis being out for a
Oh,
little
he's the
while.
one that holds the Portis thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is a seasoned veteran. I
That's
didn't
what
know
I'm
that.
saying.
You
We
didn't just
couldn't
pull this
have-
guy out of the.
No,
I
we don't do
gotcha.
we don't do things like
Okay.
that around here.
I got
We
you.
go for the best of the
This is
best.
well thought out.
Yeah. So this is.
I should have known.
This is I thought you were in the meeting, but
I was.
I think you were maybe answering some new Facebook friend requests while we were all having a conversation. But we are going to do this, okay? Walk-Ons is giving a $100 gift card. $100 at Walk-Ons to whomever has the best photo, and we'll just select that. You got to get your photo posted at Chuck and Bo Show on any of our social accounts. Facebook, Twitter. We prefer Twitter. That'll get the most vitriol towards Bart. Instagram.
Wow.
Well, it's just, trust me.
Well,
we
yeah,
understand.
it's going to one way or another.
But we need a photo of Bart, either if you're at the game or you can just take it on television. If you catch it on television, you might get some bonus points for that. And then if you want to be in the shot, you want to take a selfie, freeze the picture on the screen. There's Bart. You do anything like that, you might get extra points for that. But you send us a photo, you'll be registered for this $100 gift card from Walk-Ons, which is by far the best place to watch a game if you're not going to watch it at home or at the actual game.
I agree.
Walk-Ons
That
is the
true.
best place.
That is
Over
true.
60 TVs at every place. More beers on tap than you can count. And the food, and this is just all our experience. The food's incredible across the board. That is not sports bar food.
Boudin
like
balls.
way better than that.
Let me recommend.
I mean,
the
you can get
Boudin
sports,
balls.
you can get burgers, and they'll be the best you had. But like, you're getting way more. So anyhow, that's what it'll get you. If you hadn't been to a walk-ons, I don't know what's wrong with you, but there's an opportunity here for you to go experience that on us by simply sending in a picture of Bart's cutout that will be at the game tonight.
You're going to get a lot of attention tonight, Bart, and it's going to be far more positive.
The only regret
than
that I
negative.
have so
far
far,
more positive.
The only regret I have so far is that we don't have Bart's social handles on the cutout.
On the.
But, you know, we
That's
don't.
funny.
Actually,
Have his digits
now
on
that
there.
I say that, this is how far we've gone in life. Like, you know, a couple, 3, 4 years ago, UCF, maybe it's 2, 3 years ago, they had their Instagram handles on the football jerseys for the spring game. That was their way of like, hey, we're a players first kind of play. Well, in today's world, you just Google somebody, what is the AI search engine that you can use now? Perplexity or something like that. And it's like even beyond that.
Me?
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now.
All right.
Before we go to break, you're going to be amazed at what happens to me in 6 months.
Really?
I'm getting in on the AI thing.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start
What
using.
does that mean?
I'm getting in.
What does
on
that
the
mean?
AI thing.
I'm going to start using
Ground floor?
I'm no longer going with my archaic preparation ways. I'm going with AI. I'm going to use AI tools and the things that I'm going to bring into this show that you're going to have no idea. You're going to be forced to get into AI yourself. That's my goal. We're going to become.
Okay.
We're going to become an AI show.
Jump on in there.
Yeah.
We got AI
As a
guy
resource.
doing the intro.
We do. That was just
kind of getting your foot in the water.
Tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I understand.
631. They're not. They're real people at First Security Bank. Real people, real Arkansans, real about making their bank the most convenient bank for you. All about convenient and better banking. First Security Bank all over Arkansas. FSBank.com, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. First Security Bank member FDIC. It's 631 on the AI Chuck and Bo Show. Can we just say, for all of you who get up early in the morning and you work so hard, man, we're glad you're here. We just really appreciate all the work you do to make Arkansas better.
You talking to me?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge. If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
You think Joe Desatore's cleaning his gutters? Of course not. You don't need to be up there, man.
Well, a little more revered Joe Test than I would say Ty Richardson is. And I'm also younger and a little more spry, so. And I don't have the money that those guys do. Can't afford that.
Or the hair, or the looks, or the boy.
Or the tan, or the skill. I mean, you keep going.
Weekdays from 9 to 11, only on ESPN 95.3.
As we wrap up the 10th annual Miracles and Magic Mediathon benefiting Arkansas Children's Northwest, we want to send a huge thank you to our incredible sponsors, Crabtree RV, Slotsky's, Heartland Honda, Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center, and Ozarks Electric Cooperative. Because of your partnership, children right here at home will be better today and healthier tomorrow. And to our amazing listeners, your donations make miracles happen. Thank you for bringing hope, healing, and smiles to so many lives. This wouldn't be possible without you. Together, we're making a difference. Thank you.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet
app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. Does your yard need to be serviced in the fall and winter months? Of course. A Cut Above is with you.
If I wasn't making these shots, I'd be like, damn, why my shots not dropping, but I expect it because I worked that hard.
Stump grinding, brush hog, full landscaping. Plus, A Cut Above can take care of all your leaf removal.
Call or text today at 479-719-5605.
That's A Cut Above, 719-5605.
The Great American Conference Basketball Championships are coming to Fort Smith, March 6th through the 9th at Fort Smith Southside High School. See the best men's and women's teams in the GAC battle it out for an automatic bid into the NCAA Division II tournament. Get your tickets and more information for the Great American Conference Tournament at greatamericanconference.com. It's the GAC Basketball Championships, March 6th through the 9th in Fort Smith at Southside High School.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson, my buddy Simon Wheeler with Wheeler Power Sports. Stop by the studio.
If you have a name brand motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side you would consider selling or trading, call or text or use bike buyers at 479-783-5822 or visit us online at wheelerpowersports.com. Buy, sell, or trade Wheeler is the one for 2025. Proud to be Fort Smith's authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and Slingshot.
Simon Wheeler at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I've known you for 25 years. I've never seen you hug anybody.
Well, I am a hugger, but just not in this room. Just not here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you go to H&R Block, you probably want to give somebody a hug there when they get your max refund. 100% guaranteed your max refund with total accuracy. H&R Block, one near you. It's tax season, and now's the time to get on it. Don't get caught, last second. Get ahead. Get the biggest refund or the lowest payment you got to make. They'll help you do that with 70 years of tax expertise going to work for you. At H&R Block. You know where Cal was last night?
Where?
He's watching Malik Thomas play.
I heard he had a big night.
One of the top players in high school basketball. In the recruiting world, he's one of the top 2 players in the country. Had 33 last night. And here's what he said after the game.
If I wasn't making these shots, I'd be like, damn, why my shots not dropping, but I expect it because I worked that hard.
There you go.
Okay.
That's the attitude that gets you 33, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and shooting 62% from 3.
I think Darius Acuff's playing well right now, too. I saw something about him the other day. And, hey, look, he's going to be active on the recruiting trail. And they're a long way from done.
These recruiting services that have these, Overtime Elite and, all these basketball accounts that you can follow if you're into that sort of thing. How Cal is viewed by the basketball world when they freak out that he showed up. John Calipari's here.
Everyone knows when he walks in. I think it's fair to say that. He has the presence that when he walks into a gym or arena, wherever they're playing, everybody knows he's there.
You just know. It's
he
not like he can't
about
sneak into the building.
And that's what stars have. That's what guys who command center stage do. They walk in and it's their room. and that's how he is. And so, I doubt very seriously he's ever walked into an arena and somebody 30 minutes later, somebody told me John Calipari was here. I think you know yourself within probably the first 60 seconds of arrival.
Maybe people, and us included, don't realize what this takes. But Cal did his radio show on Monday. Is that one of your friends?
No, it's Edward, actually.
Okay.
Thanks for not telling him I went to the game until after the game was over. That's what it says. I just thought I'd read it out loud.
Well, it's like somebody texted it a little bit ago. Jeff from Fort Smith. When someone asks you not to tell anyone. When someone asks you not to tell anyone, doesn't it make you want to at least tell one person?
Absolutely. Anytime you tell someone, don't tell anybody, you have to know there's going to be some people told.
In the history of that statement being made, how many times do you think it actually never went beyond the person that was told?
Well, unless that person had no friends, family, nothing.
3% of the time?
I'm not. I think
Maybe.
That's generous. I think that's generous. I'm going to say less than one.
Yeah. And if you really don't want anybody to know, you don't tell anybody.
That's the key right there. If you want to keep a secret, you don't need to tell anyone. That's the story.
It's so hard to do. Maybe not for you.
Well, I guess,
The amount of things that I've told people that you have told me not to say is remarkable.
Well, I knew when I said it, they'd probably be repeated.
I picked just the right people to tell.
I'm sure.
But
that's always good, too.
The difficulty, I don't think we fully understand this. So if you just think about being an Arkansas basketball coach, and, you have Cal live on Monday night, you got practice yesterday, and whatever else is going on, you're getting ready for this big game against Texas, and you go to Atlanta last night, you fly down, fly back. I mean, that's an hour and a half, hour 45 flight at least, even on a PJ. And I mean, that's work. I mean, Cal, he recruits relentlessly. And, again, I always kind of go back to anybody that kind of would say, oh, this guy's, he came here to retire. He's not the same, doesn't work as hard. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that. Zero.
No, that's.
I just see.
There's no mailing.
I see him crushing it.
No, I think he's going to retire here.
Well,
but I think it's going to be. You know
what I mean.
I do. I think it's going to be guns blazing until then. I'm in full agreement with you.
I don't think he retires here.
Do you not?
I just don't think guys like him could stop.
You may be right. You may be right.
Now maybe he ends up being here 10 or 12 years, but I just don't think guys like him stop. I mean, he loves what he does. It's who he is. It's his life. And it's not just basketball. We know about the other things, that are important to him. Impact in the community. Impact in people who are less fortunate. He's done a lot of that. But I just thought it was interesting.
Recruiting's the name of the game, man.
Last night.
I mean, that's the name of the game. And whether pre-NIL, post-NIL, current NIL, that's the name of the game. And you better be relentless in that area. And he is. And not only is he good at it, but he's built up a cachet over 33 years that, as we were just talking, when he walks in the room, everyone knows he's there.
I don't know how this will sit when I say it, but Cal is bringing a big-time aura and environment to Arkansas basketball. And the first reaction to that might be, well, we've already had that. We are Arkansas. We have done many great things in basketball. We've been to Final Fours and Sweet 16s and Elite Eights and won a national championship. And I get all that. That's over time. And there is a program here that has done that with different coaches and different players. But as long as he's here, there's going to be a spotlight and an aura that is part of Arkansas basketball that is on another level. And when you put those two things together and you string 2 or 3 years together, you would expect that maybe that leads to some places you not necessarily haven't been before, but haven't been in this way. Right now, you got a coach that everybody thinks it's a big deal when he shows up and they're all talking about it. I mean, Malik Thomas, who is a top 5 player in the country, he thinks it's a big deal that Cal's there last night. I mean, this is just a different animal here. And I think it's got a lot of upside and a lot of potential. We're all caught up in this season, but, sometimes I'll just see something and I'll be reminded of that.
I remember how it was when Coach Richardson was getting beaten a lot the first couple of years. I can remember thinking that, you better get your shots in now because it's going to be real difficult for you to get a lick in later. And that's actually, exactly how it turned out to be.
And he was bigger than life too. He really was.
Not to the level. He became bigger than life. He was not bigger than life then the way Cal is now.
Yeah.
Arkansas fans, and I don't think I'm speaking out of turn right here. They agree with everything you're saying right there. But I do think it's difficult not to get caught up in this season for a lot of people. But I share your sentiment, and it reminds me of Coach Richardson's early days when things weren't going right out of the chute the way we had hoped they would. But you knew better days were coming. Hey, if you're buying or selling a home, and we say this all the time, and it's so true, you really need to partner with somebody who takes your best interest to their heart. And that's what they do at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. Whether you're a first-time buyer, whether you've done this all your life, you're going to get the same care, the same respect, and the same service that you would come to expect from a company that's been around since 1978. When you turn houses into homes for, what is that now? I got to do some quick math, almost 50 years. You're doing something right, and you're building relationships that last. It's not a one-time thing. That was my experience with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. It started the first time out, and we're way down the road now. I think you will have that kind of relationship with them, too. They've got offices in Northwest Arkansas, Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town. That means they're selling houses. And you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Another great day. It's approaching 50 this morning. Going to get up near 60. Some scattered showers throughout the state today. Not depending on where you are, but another spring-type warm day in Arkansas. It's 6:46 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant. Ready or not, it is tax season, but luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our Hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, can you imagine if we all lived together, if we just walked into the living room at like 6 a.m. and just started talking each other's heads off? There's no good morning. I can't have my first cup of
somebody
coffee.
would get shot.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the Paint Store in Van Buren. The Paint Store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The Paint Store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The Paint Store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the Paint Store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. They have several locations in the Arkansas area, but I specifically want to talk to you about Jam Mart number 10. Great deli. My goodness. Great lunch, great dinner. But have you had the breakfast yet? It's the best in town. And they have that convenient drive-through window. So when you're heading north or south on 540, take exit number 6 for Jam Mart number 10. 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the area.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett at River Valley Smile Center. You may know me as your local dentist, but I'm a giant Hogs, Dolphins, and college baseball fan as well. Listen to me, Phil, and Matt talk about our 3 ups and downs for the weekend every Monday on halftime at 12:15. At River Valley Smile Center, we're a comprehensive dental facility that offers children's dentistry, dental implants, sedation, whitening, and much, much more. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cabe, and myself are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Hey, Ty Richardson, I'm with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know you're a wizard here at First Financial Mortgage, but you do okay with the sticks as well.
Yeah, I've been playing golf since I was 5. I've been in the golf game for a long time.
Question is, what are you better at, golf or lending?
I have to say that equally both. I've used golf in my career to kind of help propel it as well. I used to prepare hard with golf. I do the same thing in work. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You know, when you're young, I mean, you want to party. I mean, you want to go party, you want to go have a good time. But you do get to a point in life where it's like, I do kind of like not having to deal with people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, I was going to get into this before we went to break, and in the interest of time, I just went with what I felt was accurate and right and true in my heart, because you and I had previously discussed it. I don't want to pick on Bart too much today, but I don't know if it's...
We're already
there's no reason to stop.
I don't know if it's avoidable.
Down that road.
And so Bart sent me, we talked about yesterday and to be fair, it was in a flurry of anger. So I don't know.
Where's
if,
the
it
weather?
Really stuck.
Where's
the
weather?
weather in the notes? Where's the weather? So then Bart sends me a screenshot of the weather. Well, it looks exactly the same as yesterday's screenshot that he sent me. And you and I had already discussed it's going to be like barely 60 all
Cooler
over the
today.
state.
Not as warm today as it was yesterday.
Not mid-70s.
Not
like
bad,
it was. I was
but not
sweating.
as warm.
I was sweating yesterday. Driving down there, you got to like turn your AC on, roll your windows down, something. Yeah. And so here we go. I asked Bart for the weather, and he sends me that, and it's the 70s. And every weather app that you and I look at said 60s today.
I looked at the European model right out of bed this morning, and it said 61 degrees.
Wait a second. What is that?
That's the weather models. You know,
the European model?
Dan Scoff turned me on to the lingo when he was on the show that day. I pay attention to how people say things. I hear terms like European models.
Chuck is a big believer of fake it till you make it.
That's exactly right.
Just so you can speak it.
That's just so I could sound intelligent about it. You have to pick up on little terms here and there.
When you're at dinner
That's right.
First date, what do you do?
Right.
I look at the European models.
I look at the European weather model.
How
First thing out of bed this
How do
morning.
they look? Are they good looking? No, I mean the European weather models.
The maps.
The maps.
Things like that.
So what is the conflict here with what do we have?
Well, so according to the National Weather Service,
to the National Weather Service,
Little Rock office, as of 5:36 this morning.
Okay, I was gonna ask, are they still employed? Are they government
there
workers?
There must not be anybody in the office.
Yeah, there might not be.
Elon Musk.
Elon
Musk is now telling us what the temps are. It's 72 at Tesla.
Oh my God!
It's whatever temperature Elon decides it is. He controls the weather.
Let's not get into politics here.
Now we're going.
Wow.
Now we're going.
I don't know. Government employees at times don't do much.
According
right next to the .edu, folks.
The National Weather Service. The high temperature in Fayetteville today, 67. 69 in Fort Smith.
I've not seen anything that says 67.
70 in Harrison, 74 in Little Rock, 76 in Pine Bluff.
What kind of action you getting on the high temp today,
That's
Bart?
not true.
Where's the over-under on the high temp today?
AccuWeather has
65.
All right.
65 and a half.
It's plus 240 if it gets to 70 today on Bart's big board.
Confusing weather on the 8s. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. 877-377-6963. We got Bart sign holder coming in. We're going to get to know the man that will make Bart popular tonight with his cardboard cutout at Bud Walton Arena. That's later next hour, and then Clay Henry's going to join us. We're going to do something to make Clay incredibly interesting today, and that'll be
Clay will bring it. I can sense it. Clay's bringing it today.
Almost 7 o'clock and almost 50. That much I know.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, periods of sunshine early. We'll see some clouds building in north. Our high temperatures today, mid to upper 60s. A few isolated showers later on tonight. Overnight low, upper 30s north, mid 40s south. Sunshine, low to mid 60s on Thursday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Cop CDL Academy. Call them today at 479-632-1050. Cop CDL Academy, expanding horizons.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Hey, Ty Richardson for American Patriot Promotions. They have their Springdale Gun Show coming up March 8th and 9th in the Parsons Stadium Events Center. Come see them Saturday, March 8th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, March the 9th from 9 to 3:30. Tickets are just $10 per person, $8 for veterans, military, police, and first responders, plus children 16 and under get in free. Check them out online at AmericanPatriotPromotions.com.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Tommy's right on this one. Do you feel? Let me ask you this.
Normal around here. It's the Salesman Showdown at Harry Robinson's Saddle Salt Ford. Troy's got his staff competing with each other for great prizes for them. Here's the best deal for you out there listening. Matching down payments and up to $13,000 off during Truck Month on Ford F-150s.
Yes, and Tommy, that's not all that we have going on. The new Expeditions, the 24s that we have left in stock, up to $10,000. We've only got 2 of those left. These 24 F-150s are up to $13,000 off of MSRP, and we're going to match your down payment of up to $1,500. So take advantage of it. Right now is the time to buy.
And Expeditions, if you need a full-size SUV to haul the family, haul whatever, these Expeditions are deeply discounted.
Yes, and not only are they discounted, we're going to match your down payment of up to $1,500. So your $1,500 now turns into $3,000.
Matching down payments up to $1,500. It's the Salesman Showdown. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 Fort Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I really think that there's so much negativity on social media and other people doing podcast or shows that have brainwashed people into thinking that the University of Arkansas Athletic Department is a fraud and it's fake and they're out to get you and that there's never going to be anything good here. And then you continue to just live in this horrible hell of being a Razorback fan.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
the show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's start on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
What an action-packed hour we have ahead.
Oh.
It really is.
I thought you were talking about last hour.
Well, last hour was great. This hour is going to be even better. And then when Clay Henry hits the airwaves just after the top of the 8 o'clock hour, there's going to be a crescendo. I
love Clay. It's going to be great. Looking forward to that. Bart's cut out tonight at Bud Walton Arena.
Makes its debut.
We're looking forward to that.
Much anticipated.
I'm so excited. I'm excited about tonight's game.
I am too.
This game's a big game.
I like the storyline. I like it when teams overcome things. And Thero's not going to play tonight, and so you got a chance to overcome that.
Well, Arkansas feels like they've been overcoming quite a bit, like, most of the year. And tonight's just another one of those nights. And without Thero, who is the MVP for Arkansas tonight? Like, if you were going to predict, who would you predict to be the MVP for the Razorbacks tonight? I got somebody in mind.
I do too.
Go ahead then.
I'd say
don't say it. Trevor Brazil. I already know what you're not counting TB. Who else?
With all due respect, no.
Who else would it be?
Carter Knox. I think Carter Knox can have a big night tonight.
He was listed as probable on the injury report. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, it's because nobody reads them.
Someone does.
Like, well, yeah,
somebody does.
But I've seen very few. And it's only when it's to guarantee somebody's out that you really it seems significant. But anyhow, he was probably.
I don't disagree with that.
Carter's been playing really well lately, and he's really come on strong. And I think with Thero being out, he's going to get more touches. He's going to get a few more shots, and I look for him to have a really positive impact on the game.
Yeah. Thero averages almost 7 boards. Somebody's, those guards are going to have to rebound.
See, now that's the game beyond the game. That's what real analysis is right there.
That's what I bring.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I
I
bring.
wanted to point that out because most people
the guards are
talking about the number of rebounds they're going to be missing.
You're going to have to go
with Thero out.
You're going to have to go to the glass. And now there's a balance there. You got to get back too. Teams generally don't run as much on the roads as they do at home, so maybe that helps.
The defensive glass, you got to get all over it.
guards are going to have to go rebound. Guards, everybody's got to rebound.
So something that plays into that, Texas has been a very poor rebounding team in SEC play.
Yeah.
They give up a ton of offensive rebounds to opponents. So that kind of plays into where Arkansas is at the moment.
Adu, big night tonight. Adu.
Jonas Adu? Yeah, I could see it.
I could see that.
I could see it.
Big night for him.
He's been really quietly coming along, and like we were starting to see flashes of the player that he was at Tennessee.
You know who I'm excited about? Billy Richmond. Now, Billy Richmond's like your kid. Like your kid is really this really talented kid, and you're excited, and you go to the game, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
He's running 100 miles an hour out there.
And then the next minute, you're like, "Wow, look at my kid." And the next minute, you're like, "What are you doing?"
I think Cal feels that way too.
Yeah. But you know exactly what I'm saying. You're like so proud. Your kid's out here, and it's like, I'm their dad. And duck down, like, oh no,
don't do that.
It wasn't his fault. What do you mean it wasn't his fault? He was going 1,000,000 miles an hour and dribbling it right off his leg.
I like Billy.
But
I think
Billy Richmond's like he's starting to kind of slow down. The game's slowing down a little bit. Man, he's explosive.
He really is. He can jump out of the gym. He's fast. He's fast with the ball, and he's a player.
I think he would beat Mac McClung in a dunk contest.
Oh gosh, I like Mac McClung. Don't get into this whole dunk contest. We're not going back to that.
Do you have a Mac McClung jersey?
Somebody
told me you did.
I wish. Actually, that'd be a unique purchase.
It would be perfect.
It'd be better than wearing just your average NBA like LeBron jersey
didn't
around.
Arkansas end his college basketball career?
I don't know if they ended it, but they beat him when he played for Texas Tech.
Yeah, NCAA tournament.
That's right.
Who did?
He remembers Devo Davis. I guarantee you that.
By the way, while we're on the basket, since you took us there, here we are. Get up. Get in the vehicle on the way here. Listen to the early morning show on national ESPN radio. Immediately talking about the Lakers winning the world championship now, the Larry O'Brien Trophy,
because they beat Dallas last night.
Because suddenly Luka looks skinny. LeBron and him are playing well together.
Well, he's in LA. It's the land of Ozempic, man. I mean, he's been on the needle ever since he got there.
Hey, I wasn't going to mention this, but I think Luka got the sweat and the match between Dallas and on his way to LA.
Something happened.
He just swung through, got the sweat and the match. Bam! Look at him, tearing it up.
I think every welcome package you get from anyone in Los Angeles includes, some sort of weight
Did he
loss
really
drug.
have a triple-double last night?
He did have a triple-double.
Against his old
Yes,
team?
he did. Well, now, hang on a minute. He had 19, 15, and 12.
That's a triple-double?
The line's great. But if you really go inside the numbers, which is what I do, I go inside the numbers.
I shouldn't have stroked his ego like that.
Read his field goal numbers, Bart. You got him over there.
Yeah, he was 6 of 17 from the field, including 1 of 7 from three-point range.
That is the NBA today. It's like, oh, he made triple-double. What a great night. He's 1 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Well, I mean, whatever.
My point is, if you're going to go watch an NBA game now, expect to watch a lot of missed shots. It doesn't mean there won't be great competitions. It doesn't mean there's not great players out there. Just expect to watch a lot of missed shots.
The teams combined for 84 3-point attempts.
Yeah, and how many of those 84 were made?
Gross. 28.
Okay, so do the math.
Yeah, it's not.
Really, do the math in your head real fast. How much is that? It's 30% roughly, maybe. About 30%.
Yeah.
That's not.
I think in Luka's case, he's just getting used to playing skinny. Like he's got to get his strength back. Doesn't know what it feels like.
Lakers are up to 4th in the West.
Shoot at that weight.
Hey, you guys know I like the NBA. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not knocking the NBA.
Well,
I'm just saying when you go, expect to see a lot of missed shots.
I didn't mean to get into it.
You're not wrong.
I didn't mean to get into it. I was just mentioning like like surface.
The NBA's
I was trying to be.
I get sensitive when I go inside the numbers.
I was trying to be very surface level. Luka and LeBron and people are talking all of a sudden about like they're going to win it all out of like nowhere. And I don't know, man. That would be actually like
the Warriors.
The Lakers are not going to win.
The Warriors are like 6-1 since they got Jimmy Butler.
The Lakers are not going to win the NBA title.
I'm recruiting Lakers fans.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Chiefs.
Anybody want to join me? Anybody want to join me?
Hop on the bandwagon.
The Lakers the rest of the year.
Hop on the bandwagon.
I like the Chiefs season is over. I'm going Lakers the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Who do you guys have?
Well, I have my team. I have my hometown team.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you guys have teams. Well, some of us are just free agents out here looking for a team. It's a great place to be. It really is. There's not a lot of heartache in this. There's not. Like when you don't grow up with an NBA team, you don't have a franchise, like you can just pick one. Like Jordan, I hadn't really had one since Jordan.
The NBA champions play about 3 hours from here. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
I love the regional teams, Chuck. Love them, but I really don't have any idea anything about the Thunder this year or the Grizzlies.
The Thunder are very good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander may well be the league's MVP.
So you want?
Should be.
Are you asking like where you prefer that I pick one of those teams? Like, but I kind of like the star power of Luka and LeBron.
Well, that's your time. I mean, that's your kind of team.
That's my team.
Look, I like the Knicks. I mean, there's no bigger stage
flash,
than
no
New York,
substance.
so I'm not being critical. Yeah. I just think Oklahoma City right now is the best team. Just my thought.
Well, anyhow, that was an unplanned NBA segment.
Yeah.
Brought to you by no one.
Can't believe we did
877-373.
We apologize for wasting your time.
6963. We're versatile.
I didn't bring it up.
I mean, we're versatile. By the way, did you see Alabama? Did Alabama make 22 three-pointers last night against Mississippi State? And that slap-off in which Mississippi State had their hands tied behind their back?
111-73, the final score in that game.
Did you guys watch
22 of 45. Alabama shot it like an NBA team from deep, and they made almost half of them.
Yeah. They're good at home. Did you guys watch the Florida-Georgia game? That was one of your bubble games. That's why I watched it.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad you paid attention, Chuck.
Georgia was running them out of the gym. But, I just thought, even at halftime, I thought Florida's going to come back and win this game. And then they take the lead in the last couple of minutes.
How much of
and
that
I'm thinking they're going to win.
Is going to happen.
And then Georgia comes back and wins at the end.
How much of that's going to happen from here on out?
Maybe.
How much? What's going to
movement? Just like we talked about this a little yesterday. We've spent
dramatic movement. There's not going to be dramatic.
You don't think so?
Because I think teams net a lot of these metrics. There are still predictive metrics out there, which is what they call them when they're trying to predict the future. But a lot of these numbers are set, and Georgia's a good example. Last night going into the game, Lenardi had them as in the group of next 4 out. He's got first 4 out and then next 4 out. And he was asked, well, if Georgia beats Florida, are they back in? He said, no, but they're in the next 4 out. They wouldn't, or the first 4 out, not the next 4 out. So my point is that from the outside looking in, you think, well, Georgia beats the number 3 team in the country on their home floor. They're in. But that's not necessarily the case because they didn't get the bounce a lot of people thought that they might.
Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas. Proud supporter of the Arkansas Razorbacks, local schools, the community. Outstanding service and parts department with complimentary loaner vehicles. That's what you get. That's why Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer. Come see Chris, Mark, Denver, the team. They'll hook you up. They'll tell you what you need to know. They'll walk you through it. Chevy of Fayetteville, kind of like Bart does in the situation room. What do you have?
Updated net just dropped. Arkansas.
Oh, where's the breaking?
Drop the confetti.
Boom.
Arkansas dropped a spot from 39 to 40. Wins above bubble rank is 42nd. Georgia moved up from 40 to 36, and their wins above bubble rank 37th.
That's a good jump.
Georgia, again, Georgia is like their metrics right now, both predictive and get in the field metrics, are better than Arkansas's. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. That's just how it is right now. Texas is one spot ahead of Arkansas in the net. They're 39. This game, as bubble teams continue to win, as we've seen, this game just becomes more and more important because it's a bubble team playing a bubble team. It's not quite win or go home yet, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, the problem with all of this is we have these conversations daily, and I just keep wondering how much of it is actually what we're talking about now versus how much it can change or will change between now and the end of the season.
Yeah.
So another way to say it is if Arkansas wins 2 of their next 4 in the opening game of the SEC tournament, do any of these things matter that we're talking about? And how much do they matter?
Potential. I mean, yes. Yes and no. I mean,
this is like the weather.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
This
it really
is.
It's
Because it depends. It's the National Weather Service versus Chuck's app.
What other teams on the bubble are doing. So, like, if a lot of the other bubble teams are going like 4-0 down the stretch or whatever, that puts Arkansas at a disadvantage.
Is this fun? Are we having a good time with this?
I'm having a great time.
You are? You are, like, every day just kind of like, ooh, yeah, we moved a half an inch. Got a foot to go. Oh, now we got 13 inches to go. Oh, now it's down to,
Schedule's got a lot to do with this.
Well,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Schedule's got a lot to do with
this. Can somebody just tell me what the target is? And what you keep
saying,
win
tonight.
We don't really know. That's
right. Win tonight.
And we know.
Look for example, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got Kentucky at home tonight, and I think they go to Ole Miss Saturday. So that's going to be. I mean, Oklahoma's got. I mean, they got their work cut out for them this week. That's like when Arkansas went to A&M and Auburn back to back. You've got the potential for a tough week right there. Whereas Arkansas, you look at Arkansas' schedule this week, home against Texas, at South Carolina. Now that's not easy. But that's about as advantageous a week as you can have during this stretch of the season.
I feel like, honestly, I'm watching an episode of Breaking Bad. They got Walter and whatever, and I don't know, the camper over there. What's happening? Like, just what's going to happen next?
Jesse,
yeah, Walter and Jesse.
What are you talking about?
Breaking Bad.
I've seen it,
yeah,
but I'm not making the connection.
Well, how this compares to that?
It's just a sort of a slow
it's
grind.
Like 6 degrees of Breaking Bad.
It's like a grind of a watch.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
It's a long watch.
Hey, if you got to get your taxes done, and everybody does, H&R Block's the place to go. Ready or not, tax season's here. You got to get working on it now. You got to get ahead. H&R Block can help you with that. 70 years of tax prep expertise working for you so you can breathe easy, file with confidence, and get your max refund guaranteed with 100% accuracy. And H&R Block is around the corner from you. 7:17 on the Chuck and Breaking Bad show.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precident. We'd love to help.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
A new era of chicken is here to stay, and it's not your parents' poultry. The Cantina Chicken menu from Taco Bell is slow roasted and perfectly seasoned. Take it tacoed up in a crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out, or wrapped in a burrito with fresh purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. However you like it, you'll never chicken the same way again. Get yours today at your nearest Taco Bell and join rewards to earn free food. Available at participating stores. Rewards points are earned on qualifying purchases. All items while supplies last. Subject to terms.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jasco Graphics. Now 17 years in the industry. What all y'all service here at Jasco?
We do food trucks, cars. We do custom banners, signs for big and small businesses. We do logos, stickers, you name it, we just about do it all right here at Jasco. Jasco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jasco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are just people. They've got their lives and families same as you and me. But what happens when big hospitals and insurance companies ask too much of them and make them work too many hours without enough help? You can only stretch something so far before it breaks and people get hurt or even die. That's where I come in. If the healthcare system in our area has hurt you or someone you love, call me. Together, let's make them do healthcare better. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
You did.
But I spewed it out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You think we're getting in over our heads tonight?
Oh, I don't know. That's part of the fun, though. I just think Bart's going to make an impression. I feel strongly about that. I think Bart's life potentially could change.
It's all positive.
All positive.
It's all for the Hogs. It's all for NIL.
Bart's going to raise money.
The only reason I'm agreeing to this is because it's the Texas game tonight.
It's all for the raffle.
Oh, like you have a voice? Like
no,
you're saying the only reason you're agreeing to this?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we would do this behind your back.
Do you see how this is going?
We would do this behind your back.
The ego's leaking out already.
I don't want this. I don't
where
want
we started.
That's why
That's where we started. And now
I don't want this at all, but it's happening, and I've come to terms with the fact that it's happening.
Like a minute ago, he said, here's the number to my lawyer. You might want to talk to him first. And I'm like, that's my lawyer that I put on loan to you. I don't know what you're talking about.
All of a sudden. I mean, holy cow.
Like, that's our lawyer we put on loan to you. So Bart's going to have a cutout at the game tonight. We're going to talk to Peyton, who's going to hold it, or at least hope to.
He's got a big assignment tonight.
At the game tonight. We picked the professional.
Well,
this is not an amateur, and we're going to get to know Peyton here in a couple of minutes. Chuck Martin met with the media yesterday, Arkansas assistant, on how and was asked about the game and obviously where they are and the whole bubble watch that Bart's got going over there like a mad scientist over there. And here's what Chuck Martin said.
I think last time I was on here with you guys, one of the things I talked about was Coach Cal had mentioned, let's just be the most improved team at the end of the year. Let's keep getting better. And so we've held true to that, whether it's Missouri or any other team, ranked team or not ranked team. Let's just keep getting better in practice. Let's continue to improve game by game and see what happens at the end of the year. And I think we're doing that.
They're missing the productivity tonight of Thiero. Here's my question to you guys, though. Is this team better, and do you have an expectation of how they will play now, or are you still sort of unsure about what team's going to show up? Sloppy, missing a bunch of shots, playing slightly disconnected, maybe not hustling back on defense, some things that have crept up in the past. Or do you think kind of what you're getting from this team now?
I think now you do. I think we can expect tonight a similar type effort. I mean, I'm not saying every performance is going to be a winning performance, but I think you'll see a similar team to the one we saw against Missouri, minus Adou Thiero. Now, Adou Thiero's the leading scorer on this team, but it's not like he's averaging 22 a game. I'm not knocking anything that he's done. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying when a guy's averaging about 16 a game, you can win without that player. It's not to say you're as good, and I'm not suggesting anything toward that, but I think you can win without that player. And I would expect Arkansas. See, I think the key in all this has been the way that the staff has kept the mindset together. Terms like one heartbeat. I mean, we hear that so much. We get desensitized to it, and when someone says it, sometimes we even roll our eyes.
Family.
But it's true.
Another way.
It's true. And I see a little bit, when he read that statement, that thing that he printed out and gave to the team about adversity and men in the arena and circling the wagon. He didn't say circling the wagons, but Nolan Richardson used to do this every February.
Well, that's
and he'd
the goal.
do it every March.
That's every team.
I mean,
you want them to play together,
yeah.
play for each other. That's the goal of any coach. How do I get these guys to play for each other?
But, yeah, and everyone's got a different tactic. But I think right now I sense a little bit of that going on. I see some similarities there. And I expect their effort and everything to be good tonight. I'm not suggesting you're as good without Thiero because I don't believe that. But I think there are areas that you can make some things up. And like we were talking about earlier, guards scoring, or guards rebounding, rather. Clearly points are going to have to come from some other places. Guys that maybe have been averaging 8 need to score 12. Some guy averaging 11 might need to give you 13 or 14 tonight. But we're not talking about, I don't think, some kind of, the players that remain have to be dramatically better than they've been. For the most part, I mean, they've been winning a good number of games of late. Let's maintain some consistency there.
Yeah, I asked the question just based on what Chuck Martin said because I agree with Chuck Martin that this is a team that's come a long way, and I think you're still seeing that come together, and maybe their best basketball's ahead of them, and they keep having little hurdles thrown in their way, maybe big hurdles, depending on how you look at it, and this is another one tonight, and it's another important game. But I think this team's playing confident. They're playing together, and you'll figure out what you need to figure out tonight to basically win with 7 healthy guys without Thiero and just win this game. You just win this game. You're in a much, for all the things we talk about day to day, you're in a much better position if you win this game in terms of making the NCAA tournament. This is a big game.
Well, the thing that I think is going to sustain them is their mindset. Cal's preached that a lot this year. I think that's the thing that'll sustain them tonight, and I think it will Saturday at South Carolina. Vanderbilt's going to be a very tough game. They're all tough games, but
Hogs are a 4.5-point favorite.
I think their mindset's in.
I don't know if they've not played well as a favorite. I can't remember a time that they were slightly favored against Ole Miss early in the year, maybe Oklahoma.
Weren't they favored against Mizzou the other night, Bart? Weren't they like a point and a half by the time they tipped off?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think.
But a 4.5-point favorite.
No, 4.5 points pretty significant. Hey, tax season's here. That means it's the season of savings at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. They don't dread this time of year because they know that they're going to give you an opportunity to save some money. Here's the bottom line. If you have a system right now, an HVAC system that you think I may need a new one, you can be comfortable today and pay for it when your tax return comes in. That's the bottom line. You enjoyed the comfort that you want now, and it hits your wallet later. That's the good part.
When you have the money.
When you have the money. And also, too, when you're shopping for a system, and this is one of the things Paschal does that I like, they give you a chance to compare apples to apples. We like to think that we all know everything there is to know about HVAC systems, but I got to admit I don't. Sometimes when I compare things, I don't know if I'm comparing apples to apples. Paschal can help you with that. They know about things like hidden fees and lower quality products and stuff like that, things that can come back to bite you over time. So check them out. Schedule your appointment. You can do all this at gopaschal.com.
7:29, yes, Bart.
Arkansas has covered 6 of the last 7 games, by the way. They've covered the spread.
And there you go. That's the Chevy Situation Room, Chevy of Fayetteville at work for you. Bart's your guy. And he'll be on display tonight, we hope. We'll talk about it next on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about those...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our Hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
Yeah, does Chuck sleep that much? Because it just sometimes...
He's old, so when you get old, you don't really sleep as much.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
But there's so much to do here in Arkansas, like going to Gaston's or just hanging out.
What a segue, man. Them broadcasting lessons I'm paying for are finally paying off.
Gavin said that you could just trade me for half a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, give me the pickles on that half. The Chick-fil-A sauce will go with it as well.
Weekdays from 9 to 11, only on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bush. Fear, head for the mountains. It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush. Fear, head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Like me.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2022. Anheuser-Busch, Busch, and Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill. just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit inatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
Are you using Facebook as your website? Here are 3 reasons why that's a bad idea. 1, not everyone has it, which means you're missing out on customers. 2, you're not in control, Facebook is. You can't customize the look or fully brand your page. 3, unless you pay for ads, your page isn't getting seen. Let the Modular Orange team help you own your space online with a fully custom website that's only $95 per month. Go to modularorange.com to find out how. That's modularorange.com. Hey, it's Zach from the Ruskin and Zach Show. The Crane team has convinced Tommy to let us out of the studio, so mark your calendars. Wednesday, February 26th, Derek and I will be at Crane Kia in Bentonville. Just type in 2201 Southeast 28th Street in Bentonville into Google Maps, Waze, Apple Maps, or whatever you prefer. DQ, which one's your favorite?
Well, it just kind of depends.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That's us, Ruskin and Zach, live at Crane Kia in Bentonville, February 26th from 2 to 6 p.m. It says here, stay frosty, lads. I'm not saying that.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Where's my life gone? I don't understand anything that's happening. There's all this stuff going on around me, and I'm just completely clueless. And that's when I decided I'm going to go to bed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, that's the first, Chuck.
Well, it is for me, too.
So let me give you a little backstory. When Bart was out for 34 days with COVID.
Terrible case.
We didn't think he was coming back. And at one point in that stretch,
I thought he quit.
Edward had the idea that we should, or I think maybe you did. You actually said, go back to COVID days. Let's get a cardboard cutout of Bart. We'll put it over there so we can pretend he's here. And then Edward filled his role quite admirably, better than Bart was doing it at the time. And Bart's picked up his game
Bart
since
was
he came
sick.
back.
I mean,
but
he
that's
was sick.
different, yeah. And so Edward was like, I'll get a cutout right now. So that day, Edward ordered a cutout of Bart, and to our surprise, it actually arrived.
Yeah.
And there he is. It's like 6 feet, and kind of folds up and whatever. But we watch games and we see all these cutouts from time to time. Bobby Portis, whoever in the stands, and we got to thinking we got to get Bart to a game. We got to get Bart's cutout to a game. So we've been working on this for weeks, and we might very well just get completely shut down when we get to the game tonight. But we're going to give it a shot. And on behalf of Bart and just the good-natured, good person that he is and all that he does for humanity and the show.
He's an ambassador of sorts.
He is. And so I had a friend reach out to someone in the student section who happens to be the guy that holds the Bobby Portis sign all the time, and he's behind the basket. I'm like, this is perfect for the first half. Maybe it'll distract. Maybe they'll miss a free throw. So let me introduce you to Peyton Grunder.
Peyton, welcome.
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
We're doing good. We're good, Peyton. Good. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, appreciate you guys having me and everything.
You're in your 3rd or 4th year here?
Yeah, 3rd, 4th year.
Yeah.
Are you a professional student, or are you just here for a short time?
I'd say a professional student.
Okay, that's my man.
Student academics come first.
Stay as long as you can. Stay in school as long as you can.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah. This is going to be maybe as close as you get to an NIL deal, but we're gonna kind of hook you up if we can get this done today.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully
we get a couple of free donuts in here. I think that was hopefully that worked out.
Did you get a kolache?
You were in the green room.
No, not yet. I'm not.
Okay.
Well, they're there.
So Peyton, what are you studying?
So I'm currently a sports management major here at the University of Arkansas.
Okay.
Or Reckon Sport Management is like the official title and everything. But that's what I'm currently studying here at the university. I used to do marketing for my first 2 years, but with my career path going forward, I think it was the best opportunity to go through.
What do you want to do?
So currently, right now, I work with Northwest Arkansas Naturals up in Springdale, Ohio, or not Ohio, Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, you're from Ohio.
Yeah, so but I am from there, and I think what I'm doing right now is a clubhouse assistant and everything. I think later on,
well, good for you.
Oh wow,
that'll be something cool. I want to do in the future.
Yeah. So like be in professional sports, like working down in
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, this is a great start.
Now, when you work in the clubhouse in the big leagues, guys like pass you $100 bills like Kansas.
Right. Exactly.
Does that happen in the minors?
Not quite 100, but I
got you. Maybe a 10?
10 10, 20 here and there.
How about that?
You get tipped. The guys who work in the clubhouse get
The
tipped.
clubbies, man.
Yeah.
What about the radio guys like Chuck? Do they?
I've never gotten a tip, but
Well, I mean,
I would
you
accept one.
You give them.
No, I don't give tips.
You don't give tips. You don't give Z like $10 to carry your bag into the game.
No, he gets
Hey man,
paid.
my hands are
He
full.
gets
I got
paid.
his coffee here.
He already gets paid for that.
Okay. All right.
You need to be tipped.
All right, so Peyton, let's get in your world a little bit. So you're at the games. What do you do at the games? I think we've seen you on TV quite a bit. You're you're a little bit of a celebrity,
fixture,
a student celebrity.
Basically, I just call it like the real life Truman Show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always a camera on me somehow and everything. So I mean, that's basically what I am. I'm just blessing people during every Arkansas Razorback game that's televised and everything.
So when you're preparing to go to the game, when you're coming up with your wardrobe, what you're going to wear.
Yeah.
Do you do that with the idea that I'm going to have cameras on me tonight? I got to look right.
Hey, sometimes, like at first it was just like, I mean, I'd come from a while like further away and everything, and at first like I always wear the overalls.
Yeah.
Granted, when I
the
started,
striped overalls?
The striped overalls. At
Red and
first it
white.
was like light red. Now over the years it's just gotten pink. But
Okay, so you're wearing them so long.
because I just wear them so often. I mean, that would just became my staple and everything. And I mean, I'll just usually have those on, and then I mean, I usually like to wear the Pigs brand hat. I mean, I've gotten a really good connection with them and everything. And at the end of the day, I mean,
you've already got a deal.
Oh, yeah. This is not his first time out.
Yeah.
We thought we were a deal.
Yeah.
We're like amateurs over here.
Yeah, he's taking us.
So I love it. I love it. So like, what's your role in the game? Like, how do you see it? And first of all, you take it seriously. Like if you're here, you go, right?
Oh yeah, I'm there.
You don't miss a game if you're in town.
Oh no, but first, I mean, academics come first and everything at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
that is like I want to be there because I mean,
You're a student athlete student.
Yeah, basically.
Your parents are in Ohio, man.
Yeah.
They're not listening.
I mean,
you can tell us the truth.
No, but I mean, it was like growing up, I didn't experience an Arkansas home game until I got here in 22. But I mean, I want to make all 4 of my years here like super special. I want to enjoy all the things that I can.
Good for you.
And just in case I don't get to experience that ever again.
Yeah. Well, you have an impact. Like it's awesome that you're involved in that way.
It should be pointed out, Peyton's a Cincinnati Reds fan, so there's a good chance you won't have a chance to do this again.
Hey, Cardinals fan can't talk this year.
Get it in
Come
while
on
you can,
now.
man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Dela Cruz, man, he's doing.
He is exciting.
He's
You're right.
an exciting player.
You're
And, I mean, we just got a singer over the offseason, that Royals
listen to
pitcher.
him.
Real quick, how'd you end up here? How'd you end up coming to Arkansas?
So I ended up coming to Arkansas. My grandpa graduated from the university here, grew up in Neosho, and my whole family's a military family.
All right.
So we got moved around, ended up in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
But growing up, I was always watching the Razorbacks. And I mean,
really,
just like when it came time to choose a college, there was only one option.
So with Ohio State right there in your backyard, forget that. I'm a hog.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're all in on the Razorbacks.
It's funny because, I mean, growing up in Ohio, it's either you're a Buckeye through and through, Bearcat, Bobcat, any of those. But
Michigan.
Michigan's up. That one's like they're hardcore on them. But I mean, it's at the end of the day, I mean, I was holding true to the Razorbacks and just got out of the state of Ohio.
And now you're like front and center in the student section.
Yep. I mean, that's one reason why my parents are like, yep, Peyton's alive. He's good.
All right. So
by the way, Mom's listening. Yeah. Edward has just confirmed that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Is your mother's name Kelly?
Yeah, how'd you know? Yeah.
Well, she has chimed in on YouTube.
Oh,
get your butt to class, man. Get off the air with these yahoos and get to class.
Hey, he's one of 17 students up this early. Like, thank you. Thank you for getting up and coming in
thinking,
here.
how come I couldn't get him up this early when he was in high school?
He still got me up. Hey, knocked on the door, threw some water on my face. Wake up, you got class in the morning.
That's
great parenting right
That's
there.
good.
Early.
Had that done to me.
Early happy Mother's Day to her, by the way. Really early. But congratulations on raising a great son who has obviously gone away to college and grown up. Look at this. And tonight he's going to be holding a cardboard cutout of our producer.
And
which
you
is
know
just
they're going to
next
be
level.
proud.
And hopefully he doesn't get shut down or kicked out of the arena. Anyhow, so this initial text that I got from Peyton, I had given to someone who said, hey, I can hook you up with a guy that might be able to hold that cutout. So Peyton sends me a text. Good afternoon, Bo. My name's Peyton Grunder, overalls guy. in the Razorback student section. Alex wanted me to reach out to you about holding up a cutout of Chuck's son.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So Bart, also known as Chuck's son,
that's awesome.
is who we're talking. Now that you've met Bart, and now that you know it's not Chuck's son, are you still comfortable with doing this?
I mean, just going along with the bit at this point and
Yeah.
everything. But when I got the initial text and everything, hey, do you mind just calling me real quick? I just got out of class. I was like, yeah, sure, I can go ahead. And when I called Alex and everything, he was going through and everything, and he was like, would you want to invest in, at the time, he said, small business opportunity.
Small business.
Small business. I was like, that's awesome. I was thinking like probably like something with him or something. I mean, kind of at the end of the day, it is with him. And then he was like, the Chuck and Bo show wants you to hold up a cardboard cutout of Chuck's son.
That's great.
Sure, why not? I mean, I won't be able to hold up Bobby for the next 25 years.
I don't feel good about any of this.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of jokes in here.
Yes, there are.
I'm going to pass on all of them.
There's a lot of them.
All right, now that you've met Bart, what do you think? Are you still okay with
the
this?
resemblance is just uncanny.
I mean, it really is. They did a great job with that cutout.
I mean,
yeah,
really good.
All right, so listen, we got to just make sure. Chuck's going to throw some weight around. He's going to throw some juice. He's going to talk to the people at Vice. See if they can get you on the Vice show.
I wonder if we can get you on the Vice show. Man,
Vice.
that'd be big.
We're going to make some calls.
The Vice, they reached out to me like the last game for
really
not really reached out, but during the Sharkensaw game, they came out and they were interviewing kids and everything, and they came on. And I was like, I pitched them the opportunity, like just mic me up for one game.
I love this.
What'd they say?
I mean, they'll go to the producer and everything. Okay, no.
Yeah, right. That's a good job out of you, though.
But I mean, when
we might
going
mic
in
you
the
up for a
arena,
game.
they're always like have like some type of camera on me and everything. Then there was one time we were between the game and everything, the in-game promotions at the end of the day. There's this guy that just like walks past like, I love this kid.
There you go.
It's just
I
awesome.
mean, sometimes 99, actually not sometimes, most of the time, showing up is most of it.
Exactly.
Like you just show up, you hang around, you see, then it never hurts to ask. And look at this business opportunity you have now. I mean, look at all the things that are happening for you. All right, so real quick, because you brought it up, people ask me all the time. We got about a minute left here.
Oh, of course.
Shark at the Sharkensaw game. What is the deal with the Sharks in the student section when this happens? Do you even know?
This was actually like planned a month or two in advance and everything, just because we wanted to get the Sharks ordered and students will order.
What's it about? Like, why Sharks? Like, what's the deal?
This started a while back. This was before I even came here at the
No one
university.
really knows.
It's just
it started off as like
mystery.
as a free throw distraction versus Kentucky. Back in the day.
It started when I was in school, and I don't know why.
That was like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, like 6 years, 7 years ago. Yeah.
Hey, seriously, over the years, I could pick out who the leaders of the student section are. I mean, and I've been doing this a while.
Right.
They all go on to success, so the pressure's on.
The pressure
you
is
got to
on.
have a good life. But every single one of those guys ends up having a pretty good life.
Good for
But just so we're clear, success looks like Bart making it on
That's
TV.
right.
I know, Bart.
Yeah.
I know that.
And actually, you making it into the
That's the
student
first thing.
section
Just get
first.
it into the arena.
Yeah, let's
Once
get
we're in
it
the
in.
arena, we're basically pulling it.
We've really done ourselves a big favor by putting it all on blast ahead.
I know.
But we want people to be engaged and understand. And I'll just tell you this. Okay, so we're gonna do a small business opportunity with Peyton Grunder to help him with school and his books and class. You're spending monies on your own. This is for strictly like school purposes, whatever business arrangement we come to. For everyone else, you watch the game or you go to the game, you're looking for this cutout of Bart. I know you probably don't even know what Bart looks like, but it'll be obvious.
will now.
And you take a picture. You take a picture of Bart in the student section, whether it's on TV or live at the game, and you send it to us on social media. So post it, tag us, however you want to get it to us, and then you'll immediately be in the drawing for a $100 gift card to Walk-Ons.
$100.
That's all you got to do. $100.
That's a lot of boudin balls right there. It really is.
They got a lot more than boudin balls.
But they're good.
But they are, and Chuck loves them. I like a lot of other things on the menu.
I stick with the good thing.
But man, they have salads, burgers, wings. They got the best burger in town, I think. Peyton, listen, we're counting on you. Your life depends on it. Your future, your
Yeah,
success,
right.
like your career depends on it.
You'll
And,
look back on this day.
Make it a
Exactly.
memorable night.
Thanks, man.
Hey,
Good
thanks,
luck
man.
to
It's
you.
good. It's
Seriously.
great to get to
Thanks
know
for
you.
coming in.
Seriously, this will not
Exactly.
be our last time. We got to make you some sort of correspondent to the
I know,
Chuck and
hey,
Bo Show.
Of course. I mean,
Peyton
more than
Grunder,
happy.
everybody. Great job. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming
gentlemen.
by.
I really appreciate
Appreciate
having
you,
me
man.
here today.
7:48 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good to see you.
I don't like getting up early in the mornings. I mean, even to go duck hunting, but I do get up every morning now to listen to you guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank
you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
If you suffer from sleep apnea, but you can't stand wearing your CPAP machine, I've got good news. And you need it because not wearing your CPAP can lead to severe health problems.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you don't have good sleep, you're not only affecting your body, it can affect your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can increase weight gain. If you don't get good sleep, you also are not filtering your brain well. So sleep's very, very important.
Dr. Scotty Boulding, who's an Arkansas native and world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe better.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Call Dr. Boulding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell him you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sportsbook in America. That's because our Kansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout. We're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Xerox, Brother, and Epson printers and multifunction devices. Gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world. Rachel's at Papa's right now. Rachel, what do you think?
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
You can check out their menu at papaspub.com. Cricket, how about you?
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Come on by and see us at Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
We take two planes in basketball. Needless to say, I'm on plane 2.
But you are the king of plane 2. You are the host. You are the chairman of the second plane.
I wouldn't go so far as to say chairman, but my seat is in the upper half.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, Bart, I think you're in good hands tonight. How do you feel about that?
What's your immediate reaction?
And also, how does it feel to be Chuck's son for a day?
That'd be brutal.
Let me hear you guys talk father-son real quick.
Who was it who sent you that text?
Who said that?
Yeah, who started
Alex.
the Chuck? Okay, yeah.
Alex.
He's on the list now.
Now, Alex is good. Did you hear how Alex framed that whole thing up on behalf of the Chuck and Bo
Yeah.
Show? A small business opportunity.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's fantastic.
That
Let me
was good.
just for a second here while the music plays. Just father-son, you'll have a conversation. Just look at
Bart,
look him in the eye. Look him in the eye, Bart. Dad, I'm so glad that we finally reconnected. I love you. Even though you've never been there for me.
And me in 23.
Now that I know you're my dad, I love you.
Yeah, those
You've
test
been
things,
broadcast.
man.
You're in the Hall of Fame and all these things. I didn't know
hate
any
you
of that. I didn't even know you as my daddy.
I hate you all so much.
That was so funny.
He said, well, I think that Chuck and Bo Show wants you to hold a cardboard cutout of Chuck's son.
How many people tonight are going to see that and go, that's Chuck Barrett's son right down there?
I know Chuck for 30 years. I had no idea.
Look how old he is.
I had no idea. Wow, he
great.
must be so proud of that kid.
That's great.
Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. Clay Henry's coming up on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
I want Texas to lose. Yeah, I want them to rot in hell.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is loud, chaotic,
hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you. So
Good morning.
why settle for life insurance that fits someone else?
Clay
At
on line
Shelter
2.
Insurance, our local
Hey,
agents
babe.
help you design a personal protection
How are
plan
you
backed
today?
by award-winning customer service. We're
Good.
We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, periods of sunshine early. We'll see some clouds building in north. Our high temperatures today, mid to upper 60s. A few isolated showers later on tonight. Overnight low, upper 30s north, mid 40s south. Sunshine, low to mid 60s on Thursday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Cop CDL Academy. Call them today at 479-632-1050. Cop CDL Academy, expanding horizons.
As we wrap up the 10th annual Miracles and Magic Mediathon benefiting Arkansas Children's Northwest, we want to send a huge thank you to our incredible sponsors, Crabtree RV, Slotsky's, Heartland Honda, Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center, and Ozarks Electric Cooperative. Because of your partnership, children right here at home will be better today and healthier tomorrow. And to our amazing listeners, your donations make miracles happen. Thank you for bringing hope, healing, and smiles to so many lives. This wouldn't be possible without you. Together, we're making a difference. Thank you.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Dumps it underneath. Golden shot blocked by Brazil.
Oof. Oof. World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
The Newmeyer family is a mainstay in Fort Smith, and their newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, has so much to offer. Friday night catfish, good. Tuesday nights, kids 10 and under eat free with an adult meal purchase. Don't forget about Whippoorwill for every Hogs game with their massive projection screen. For catering options, call 479-769-2095. Newmeyer's Whippoorwill Restaurant, now a part of the Newmeyer family.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time. It's baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, do you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta WW book.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What does a wingman do? Like, what is a good wingman?
Spell it out for us, Bart.
I like to think I'm a good wingman, though.
Well, someone told me you were in the Wingman Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You make
Well,
conversation
you know.
knowing you are not going to be the one to score. You're like an assist man. You're like a point guard.
You're hyping up.
You're like a point guard. You don't get the basket. You don't get the basket.
You're
You drop
hyping
the
up.
dime.
You're hyping up your friends. You're
I got you.
you're introducing
You're
them
a
to
hype man.
people. Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
It's amazing to watch Bart's celebrity just unfold before our eyes. And to know that we might have a small hand in it.
Well, it is the beginning of sort of the documentary phase development.
Blooming.
It's been happening his whole life. Like, we'll go back and we'll dip into all of Bart's life. But when I decided we were going to do a Bart documentary, this was sort of the development stage, part of the Bart documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. That's so bad.
It's Clay Henry, who's been writing documentaries for years, is a Hall of Famer and great friend of the show, senior correspondent to Hogs. What is it now? Which thing are you writing for, Clay? Because is it back to the newspaper?
I'm writing for Whole Hog Sports.
Whole Hog Sports.
Arkansas Democrat Gazette, Waco Media. I'm their features editor. That's my title.
Okay.
I can't keep up.
I didn't come up with that.
Yeah.
That's a good title.
It is a good title.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Features editor. Yeah.
It is a good title.
I mean, and I should write a feature on Bart.
You should.
You
should.
You know, we were just talking about that.
We don't have to wait till people die to say nice things about them.
I would be Bart Pullman, the wingding.
The wingding. He called you the wingding.
The wingding.
Not the wingman, the wingding. Bart's going to have a wingman tonight holding him up at the game.
That'll be good.
Bart's celebrity is going to explode tonight.
Facebook followers.
No,
Instagram followers.
Please God, no.
Twitter followers.
The Cougars are going to be out on Facebook.
Oh, my gosh.
I want
You
to
just say that.
That'll be careful about that. You'll have groupies.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to have groupies after tonight. His life's going to change.
Come on now. We're not in that.
Oh,
we're not.
quit being so prudish.
Be honest.
Quit being a big prude, Bo.
We know he'll settle for a groupie, not groupies. One's enough, right,
Okay.
Bart?
Moving right along, Clay Henry joins us.
Not commenting.
He can't hear. Bart's over there.
Oh,
you
he
know,
can hear.
just
I can
he's
hear.
got some
Say
sort
what
of
we want.
he's
hear
got some
Clay?
sort of headphone issue.
Huh.
It's just it's ongoing over there.
you
in that
should heard what
corner.
he called
It's
you.
Sort of like government employee type stuff.
He can't hear and he can't see me. He can't see the salute I'm giving him right now.
Hey, Elon Musk wants 5 bullet points on his desk by the end of the day of what the hell goes on over there.
That's right.
Get that done.
With Bart?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you should worry about
What exactly do you
more
do for the
rockets.
company?
Yeah,
Bart?
what would you say it is you do around here?
I don't design cars that catch on fire.
Oh my gosh! Okay, jeez, Louise.
Wow!
What in the world? You're trying to just dip your toe in the water, and somebody's going to do a flipping cannonball. My gosh!
If you drive one of those, then you have to get a little clutch, a little man clutch. You have to have a little purse.
Okay, now we are completely off the rails. Can we start the segment over?
Sure.
Can we start over? We're back on the Chuck and Bo Show. Glad you're here. We were off air there for a while. At least we hope we were. It's 8:06, and Clay Henry joins us, longtime friend of the program and Hall of Famer. Clay, I heard you were in Arlington at Globe Life.
Yeah, it was a great trip.
Tournament.
Yeah, Sarah Henry and I, daughter Sarah, she took a day off from her job as director of learning at Rogers Public Schools. I don't know what they did without her. But we went to Arlington, stayed in the Grand Omni Hotel, where we used to stay for the Cotton Bowl and all that. We decided we'd just, have a great road trip. We stopped at every Buc-ee's. We ate at Arby's. We did it right.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Had the brisket sandwich at Globe Life Field. They don't open all the restaurants up for this tournament. I don't know why, but it's I wish they would. Some of their more classic entrees weren't available, so we had the brisket sandwich. When in Texas, do as Texans. Yeah.
Hey, I heard a lot of people
it was
that
great.
went.
That's a wonderful trip. I would recommend it to anybody. Three good opponents in a wonderful park, Major League Park. Easy in, easy out. Lots of hotels all around there. It's it's a cool experience, and I congratulate Dave Van Horn. When he's announced, the crowd gives him the kind of ovation that a Hall of Fame coach should get.
Yeah.
I'd say that Saturday night there might have been 10 or 12,000 Razorback fans there.
Man,
the TCU fans are in awe of what happens because we sat with some of them. They're on high alert that they're amongst a great fan base and a great program. I mean, they said that to us. So anyway, it was a great trip, and Sarah and I, enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, for fans to travel like that for baseball, just tells you where the program has gone over the last 15 years or so with Dave Van Horn. And they had 20,000 at the basketball game-ish, and at the same time, there's 15,000 or whatever Razorback fans in Texas. And Chuck came in on Monday and he was just commenting about that. And good weekend to be a Razorback fan.
Yeah, we were at breakfast Sunday morning. There were some others there, with their Razorback gear. A couple had driven from Lubbock, and they do that every year. So they're coming from all around Texas too. It was fun at the game. Everybody, you could see phones, and they were either had earplugs in listening to your call, Chuck, or some had the Wi-Fi at Major League Baseball park's pretty good. They were streaming the basketball TV broadcast, so it'd be a dead spot in the baseball game, and all at once there'd be a roar, and you realize that the Hogs had just hit a 3. Or they were about to put away Missouri. So it was just a cool experience.
I've heard people suggest that the baseball tournament down there has replaced the old Southwest Conference basketball tournament at Reunion Arena. Our fans love going to Dallas. I don't care what it is. You put the Razorbacks in Dallas, and they're going to be there. I thought that was an interesting analogy.
Yeah, we went to the real nice mall over there by SMU on Saturday afternoon. I found the Orvis store earlier in the day.
Of course you did.
And
bought
a
6 shirts,
ball caps, and some fly boxes,
salmon colored.
All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, but guess who we saw coming out of the Gucci store?
Who?
Oh, that answers that. I don't want.
He's a tall, curly, blonde-haired SEC head coach. Give me a guess. Who would that be coming out of a
Clay,
Gucci
your coyness
store
is killing me.
Lane Kiffin
with a tall blonde in tow.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
You got it. Yeah, I'm sure that he had to buy 2 $3,000 purses.
Did you go over and speak to him? Did you go over and say, hey?
I just gave him,
gave him the head nod,
little wave,
yeah,
the little wave.
I got you.
Like
I know you, you don't know me.
You're Monty's kid, aren't you?
Yeah. That's
I
right.
could have talked to him about covering Monty back in the day. Yeah, I could have done that.
Yeah, that'd have been a good icebreaker.
I let him roll. I mean,
guy came out with a wound like that.
That he was miserable. I mean,
I'll bet he wasn't.
I mean, I'm sure he didn't buy anything in there. He's, paying for what his lady friend. It might have been his daughter. It might have been his wife. It might have been his girlfriend. I don't know.
I'd like to just remind you that I started the segment, the restart of the segment, by saying, Clay, I heard you went to Arlington for the baseball over the weekend.
It's like doing a cow show.
And we just went through, 7 topics of everything from, Gucci to Orvis to, a brisket sandwich and a Buc-ee's in between.
And Lane Kiffin.
So what do you think of the baseball team?
Yeah, I think that this is a good one. I mean, I think their pitching is deeper. Pitching is all about, how you hold up over the course of the season, and they had some injuries last year, and they weren't the same at the end of the season. They're starting pitching, and, we've got to see how Gage Wood come out of this. He's got a, what do they call it? Dave called it an
impingement. An impingement.
I've never seen that.
I don't know exactly what an impingement is, but I don't want it.
It impinges you.
Yeah, I mean, can you think about what an impingement would do to my casting, my fly casting?
Yeah, it's true.
I wondered about that.
Mm-hmm. That was the first thing Chuck thought of. What if Clay had an impingement?
I hope Clay doesn't get that.
How would that affect his casting on the White River?
Aaron Rodgers, I think, was there from D1 Baseball. He says, man, you can't have enough Aloys, which is
That's true. They got 2 of them that are really good. They got
Carrillo got 4 hits yesterday. He's batting over 500. And they didn't really know where to put him. But, now Maxwell, the transfer from TCU, the TCU fans are just sick that they lost him. Left-handed, just a professional hitter. Kind of got off to a slow start. He's got a pulled hammy. They can't play him in the field. Now, yesterday they did. He's not at full speed yet. But that gives Carrillo the DH if Maxwell can be in the field. That helps their lineup to have both those guys in there. And Carrillo looks like he's going to hit against right-handers, which was the knock on him, that he couldn't lay off the slider. Kind of like his brother was, early last year, like it's going to be a swing and miss if you see a slider. But he's hitting the slider the opposite way. I think he had 4 hits yesterday. All of them were 107 miles an hour or greater. He hit his home run, a line drive that landed in the upper deck, 440, that they flashed up 114. I don't think I've ever seen 114. Chuck, have you?
I don't know that I have, to be honest with you.
No. That's kind of a recent deal where we can follow on the screen what the exit velocity or –
it's up there.
114 is that's the kind of stuff that that the elite major league hitters get, and I can guess that Bubba Carpenter was just like doing a little dance with that. He loves those exit velocity numbers.
Clay, we got a text here for you specifically asking about the pitching staff and people saying it's deep, and why we say this every year because it seems to get decimated. This is the texter's language here, JT in Hot Springs. Then it seems to get decimated by injuries. So why would we say that it's a deep pitching staff? I don't really understand the question, but what do you think about the pitching staff?
Yeah, when I say deep, it's because we knew that you had Hagen Smith and at the top of the pitching staff, and so that's who you talk about. But I can look at the bottom of the staff and see that there's some guys that aren't getting innings yet that they're really high on, and it's Tate McGuire pitched in a clutch spot at the end of the game Sunday, and everybody's like, well, we don't even know who he is. Why is he pitching? Why is he going out there shutting it down? That's because they've seen him, in scrimmages. They've seen him in bullpens and seen electric stuff, and they know what they've got. They've got enough data compiled. So, I did the sit down with Hobbs, maybe 3 weeks ago, and he goes through these guys one by one, and you can just sense that he's excited with what he's got, and so is Dave Van Horn. So that's why I say the depth of the staff, is guys like Parker Coyle, and we haven't seen Dietz yet, and he's a big time lefty. They're bringing him back. He was injured last year, and he's gonna at some point make a difference. They just got more guys that are 95, 96, 97, and have 3 pitches. Some of them have 4. And Root and Beidelshees. I mean, they're just, the scouts are just bubbling about some of these guys. So that's why I say that.
Hey, real quick before we go, thought on the game tonight with Thero out.
Yeah, I mean it's everybody talks about, well, they just got 7. Well, Eddie Sutton never played more than 7. I think they got enough. And the crowd needs to help them along. They're gonna be sucking air at the end because some guys are gonna have some extended minutes. But I see guys like Carter Knox and Billy Richmond that are just every game doing a little more. And I think that their best basketball, those 2 guys, what they're going to be by the SEC tournament. Let's just put it that way. And then going forward, I think that they are really good players.
All right, we'll look forward to it.
You know what? I hate Texas. I want to make sure we get that in there.
Yeah. How do you really like?
I mean, I was telling Sarah if they showed me on the big screen, they show people up on the massive big screen,
right?
And we're not playing Texas, but I was going to do the downward hook 'em.
Oh,
if they put me
that
up
would have
there.
been.
Hey, watch for Bart's cutout on TV tonight. Okay,
look for that.
I will celebrate that and come out of my recliner for just a second.
Okay. All right, good. That's what we're rooting for.
Try to get it on video if you wouldn't mind.
Clay.
Okay.
Clay, thanks, man.
Touchy end.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Enjoy
Thanks,
it.
man.
Appreciate you.
Tough. All
Thank you.
right.
You too. Always appreciate it. Clay Henry, who is a longtime friend of the show, Hall of Famer, and the feature editor.
Features editor for Whole Hog Sports. And
the entire company.
WholeHogSports.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. And what are we watching tonight? The basketball game and Bart's Cutout. All at the same place, 8 o'clock.
Bang.
On ESPN. Macadoodles is where you get ready for any big occasion. So if you're going to be part of this festivity tonight, you might want to go to Macadoodles just north of Bella Vista at the state line, or Guess Who in Bentonville for the best assortment of any craft beer, any spirit, any bottle of wine you can imagine. And here's the deal about wine on Wednesdays. It's Wine Down Wednesdays. What's that? 15% off every bottle of wine in the entire store, even if it's already on sale. They've got tasting, open to close, wine tasting, open to close 7 days a week. And then on the weekends, if you want to try a new spirit out, they've got that too. A tasting bar just for that. The customer service is what sets Macadoodles apart. It's like going to the grocery store and you're trying to make a meal and you get somebody to come up and help you go around to find all the ingredients and where they are in the store. That's the kind of service that you'll get at Macadoodles every single time. And again, 15% off all bottles of wine today at Macadoodles just north of the state line, just north of Bella Vista, and at Guess Who in Bentonville. Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville. 8:19, it's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Touching the hearts of Arkansans. The passive
Thanks, guys.
Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
There's nothing we enjoy saying more than I told you so.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Great American Conference Basketball Championships are coming to Fort Smith, March 6th through the 9th at Fort Smith Southside High School. See the best men's and women's teams in the GAC. Battle it out for an automatic bid into the NCAA Division II tournament. Get your tickets and more information for the Great American Conference Tournament at GreatAmericanConference.com. It's the GAC Basketball Championships, March 6th through the 9th in Fort Smith at Southside High School.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
They got to understand, Luka's a different beast, man. He smokes, he drinks, he overeats.
He's the Babe Ruth.
He is.
He's
He is the Babe Ruth of the NBA, and they need to leave him alone.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, that's right. And last night he just went off.
Well, I don't know that he went off.
Well, he had triple-double.
He had 19, 15, and 12.
That's
Great
pretty
numbers.
good.
Great numbers.
Great numbers.
1 of 7 from beyond the arc.
That's fine. Worked out. They won. Lakers are America's new team. All of a
Not
sudden.
my team.
And but anyhow, that's gonna. You're right. Babe Ruth of the NBA
I
should
like
be left
him, though.
alone.
I like him.
They're gonna. It's gonna be a great year for the Lakers.
He's gotten
isn't it?
in shape, though. I mean, he's gotten on the pen. I mean, he looks
was
good.
Getting on the the dab pen or what?
Whoa. You know, the
Whoa.
pen. You know,
The pen, then
you know what I'm
the
talking
shot.
about. Don't act like you don't
You're
know
talking
what
about
I'm
the
talking
shot.
I'm talking about the shot. Yeah, got on the pen.
Well, some of us do that, and we're better off for it.
I'm not saying there's
I
anything
feel
wrong
gr- I
with it.
feel
I'm just
great.
saying he got on it. That's
I feel
all I'm
great.
saying.
I don't feel as great as he does, but I feel great.
That's because you don't make 5 or
That's
6
what
million
I'm
a
saying.
year.
But I,
25 million a year.
I feel great though. But by the way, speaking of great, I think this is great. Last night, Georgia upsets Florida, and they orchestrated an organized, coordinated court storm that happened a minute 30 after the game ended. This is how you do it. That's what the SEC, in my humble opinion, should be doing about court storming. Organize it. Don't try to keep it from happening and continue to charge schools stupid amounts of money for things they can't even control. But organize it. Let everybody have their moment going out on the floor and dancing around and taking a selfie. It's no different, really, if you organize it and coordinate it correctly than kids running the bases after a game in baseball, where they do that. So they have, all right, everybody come down and you line up. And it's organized.
Bo's favorite day of the year.
I love it. And you know what? Listen, there's a lot of advantages to being this size, Chuck, and that's one of them.
I didn't mean that.
I'm just telling you. I can't imagine being, a tall person having to fly commercially. Like, that would suck.
It does.
I can't imagine trying to fit in with the kids and run the bases at 6'5".
Can't.
But and also it's great for when you're coaching kids because, you want to be on their level and talking to their eyes, not down to them.
No, you're right.
So what else do you want to get into about me and my hobbies? Run the bases after Naturals games?
I don't even remember how this started.
Well, it started with the organized court storm.
That's right. Court storm.
Yeah, I just think that was. I thought it was a great feel good story until you turned it into a shot at me.
I'm sorry. It was low hanging fruit. It was low hanging fruit.
It is, and that's fair.
But Vanderbilt did
another
this
short
the other
joke.
day.
Low hanging fruit. Even you can reach
well,
it.
Yeah. Vanderbilt did this the other day when they won their game. They delayed. As long as you get the other guys off the floor, they'll let you do whatever you want.
Vanderbilt, you got to get a step ladder to get on the court.
That's fair. That's fair. But as long as you let the other guys get off the court, that ought to be enough. This fining, it's not a detriment. And if you're going to keep kids from storming the floor, all you're going to do is look heavy-handed. And
you look out of touch with reality.
Yeah, you look like you're no fun.
And when I saw Greg Byrne, Alabama's AD, come out and say, that they should look at forfeiting games, like teams whose fans storm the court should forfeit games.
He knows better.
Like
than that.
get a grip. Like, let's get in touch with reality. I like Greg Bird. I think he's a great athletics director. But, man, like, you're just so out of touch when you say something like that.
He knows that's not going to happen. I don't even know why he said it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, you know what today is.
What's
right?
that?
Bar, you're going to love this. Network, we got audio here. I'm going to play this cold.
I don't know.
Okay,
we got music.
Here we go, Bart. We'll see if you can remember who this is. Here we go.
Here we are.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
That is right! I did it! That's number 5! Are you kidding me? That's right! Who do you think you are? I am!
It's
Pete Weber.
Pete Weber.
Is it today the day?
13 years ago today, the 300.
I love it.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. That's one for the ages right there. Have you ever watched bowling on television?
No, I didn't even know what you were talking about there for a minute. But when you said Pete Weber,
I could have set it up, but then I thought we would all kind of play along and learn together.
I thought it was good. It was great. And
how great was it?
To answer your question, I don't watch a lot of bowling, but when I do,
is it still televised? Is bowling still televised?
I don't know.
Yeah, there are times.
Back when Chris Schenkel was alive, man, there was nothing else on television on a Sunday afternoon. You could count on Earl Anthony and that crew cut.
Who was on the call for that too? That sounded like one of their.
It was all about Pete Weber. Here we go.
Who do you think you are? I
Who do you think you are?
The look at his face.
He's gone
He's
insane.
a bowling wild. Bowling will do that to you. I mean, it'll turn you into a wild man.
So I've been wearing my shirt around, Flight by Yingling. It's a great shirt. I got a couple of them, and people have been asking about it. Like, what is that? Flight. And it's Yingling, the light beer for Yingling. It's Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottles now that are perfect for any occasion. Just 95 calories. You can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of Flight. It tastes like Yingling, but it's a light beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 8:29, the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Wednesday. The Hogs play tonight at 8 on ESPN. Good morning.
Like, I think you should look at yourself today in the mirror and say, what's wrong with me?
Okay, I will.
I'm not talking about you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant. You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools.
I put a lot of expectations on my girls, and given our situation, I don't expect them to know the game, but there's two things that I can't coach, and that's attitude and effort. And as long as they giving me that, that's a win, no matter what the scoreboard says.
Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports. New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com.
Hey, back at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. The weather's put everybody behind, and I know this weekend it's a big time for Troy, you and your staff to get caught up during the Salesman Showdown.
Yes, it definitely is. You know, this snow kind of slowed us down a little bit, but we're not going to let it scare us. We're not going to let it stop us. And we're going to make sure that you still get the best deal out there. So if you're looking for a vehicle, come down to Henry Robinson Sallisaw Ford, up to $13,000 off of new 24 F-150s, all that's remaining. We've got up to $10,000 off of all remaining 24 Expeditions. And the big kicker here, the big thing, we're going to match your down payment up to $1,500. So if you don't have $1,500 and you only have $750, that now turns into $1,500. $1,000 is now $2,000. $1,500 is now $3,000. So come down here and see us.
It's the Salesman Showdown Sale, Harry Robinson, Sallisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Sallisaw.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at ServiceMasterPC.com.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
My first thought, my subconscious was, gosh, another late game. And then my next thought was, change your flippin' attitude. What is wrong with you? Quit being so negative.
What was your reply to yourself?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Stop being so negative.
Was this a long conversation or was it a short one?
It was a short one.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, here come the Razorbacks tonight. Due Thero's out. That's official, as we talked about yesterday. And so the Hogs will have 7 healthy players. And that's really all they need if they play well.
You're right. If they play well.
It's a big game.
It is a big game. And you're going to have people, I mean, it sounds cliche-ish, but it is next man up. It is guys doing. Clay said something a little bit earlier that I latched onto. You don't have to go out and be an All-American tonight. You got to play a little bit better. I think you said guys like Knox and Richmond and some of those guys. Got to give them a little bit more.
They do.
Yeah, and it's not a situation where you go to a guy like Billy Richmond or Carter Knox and go, hey, man, you're averaging about 6, 7, 8 points a game. I need you to make up for all of Adu's 16 points. I need you to go score 22 tonight. You don't do it like that. Guys that average 7 get you 10. Guys that average 8 get you 12. Do a little bit more. Do a little bit more than you did last time because you won the game last time. So I still think they can win tonight. Cecil's in Fort Smith. Cecil, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, Cecil. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning. I was driving. I almost forgot I was on hold. My God. Yeah, Chuck. I definitely agree with you, buddy. We just need to step up a little bit and win the game. I don't know if we would need zero that bad tonight. I think we can just come in and win. Thank God we playing at home. Like I said, I figured if we would have been playing Auburn at home, the game that we played, we would have beat them because we would have hit our free throws at home and we would have made a few more jump shots. But I'll be up there tonight. Chuck, I was there the other night. I wanted to come over there. I had my ball with me because I need to get Calipari's signature on it. I got you on there, but I got a lot of more over the years. But it was just so many people over there. I'm like, I told Doug, let's go home. We'll be back Wednesday. So I'll probably step down there tonight. I'm already home. I already got my stuff in the truck ready to go. I ain't even going home. I'm going to leave the shop, go straight up there.
That sounds good.
Fired up.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, oh, man, I'm always fired up. Man. But Ole Miss plays Auburn tonight, which everybody's looking for Auburn to win the game. But you just never know in the SEC, man. You just never know. You never know.
Where are they playing
I think
tonight?
We're
Where are they playing?
Out.
Auburn?
Yeah, where's Auburn and Ole Miss playing tonight? Where's that game at?
I think they're at Auburn.
Okay.
It's not in the notes. I can't. I don't. If it's not in the notes, I don't know.
Hopefully they're at Ole Miss. Put it in the mix. Ole Miss upsets Auburn. That'll
Oh,
be
really?
At Auburn.
Is that Auburn?
Yeah.
I mean, it
Auburn
could happen,
wins.
but
Yeah,
we don't.
I just had to get my little minute or so in, man. I'm always listening, and y'all have a great day.
Hey,
Thank you,
appreciate it,
Cecil.
Cecil.
Be
So
careful
it's at
driving,
Auburn.
man.
Do you want Auburn to win, or does it matter? Bart, in the
What do we do,
Chevy
Bart?
of Fayetteville situation
you
room,
want-
what is the situation? there?
You want Auburn to win. You lost to Ole Miss. You want Auburn to win the game.
What is Ole Miss in any sort
Well,
of
actually,
bubble thing?
I'm going to throw out a
no,
theory that it
no.
doesn't matter.
I mean, really, the more I sit here and think about it, it doesn't really matter because you lost to both of them. So,
it's fair. It's fair. Put them on the spot. Like I just don't know. Listen, I have these. I'm going to defend you here. I have these moments myself.
Y'all will be lucky if I'm here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Y'all will be lucky.
Bart's had enough. Bart's had enough. Oh, it's funny.
I'm laughing more at Chuck and Edward than I am at you. Like they're so quote tickled by it. Like I don't know what to.
You
Well,
guys.
listen, I got to be honest. We do put a lot on you here. We blame you for anything that goes wrong. We give you no credit for what goes right.
Because we know you can handle it.
And then we come to you with questions that we just expect answers to. Like, the reason I asked the question was because I didn't have any idea if it matters at all to Arkansas. But
No,
you
I don't
conditioned me.
I don't think it does.
But again, it's your fault because you've conditioned me to ask that question about every game that's being played in the entire college basketball
So you
world.
brought
So
all
how does
the
that
heat on
affect us?
yourself. You brought this all on yourself, Bart. It's what Boat's trying to say.
Here's what you want. You want Texas A&M to beat Vanderbilt. You want Kentucky to beat Oklahoma. If we're just talking about the SEC.
Not what happened in the bubble results last night.
Yeah, you want the opposite of that.
Bad.
Yeah,
as he
not great.
puts in the notes. Georgia.
If it was
88.
a good thing, I would have said good with an exclamation
Right.
point and put it in green.
But,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's
there's
all red.
There's a system.
So there
I
were
got
3
you.
bubble
There's a
result
system.
games last night that could have been good or bad for Arkansas.
Yeah.
3, and they all were bad.
So we want to see some green
We do.
tomorrow.
We do want to
that
see
says
green.
good.
That's right.
Which would be
You want to see Vanderbilt lose, George Mason lose, Indiana lose, Villanova lose, Oklahoma lose, Wake Forest lose, and Boise State lose.
Wow. That's an extensive
A lot of
list.
people.
There's a lot of bubble teams in action tonight.
Wow. Huh.
where's that list going to be so
That's a
people
lot to keep
know
up
how to
with.
follow along?
I see it right here. It's on the
We got to follow you, or are you
bubble
gonna put
teams
it,
in action.
Are you going to involve the Chuck and Bo show, or is this Bart's personal betting
It can be whatever we want it to be.
Bubble Bart?
I'm a team
account?
player.
Bubble Bart.
Well, now
Bart
now
account.
it's going on my account.
The Bubble Bart account.
Yeah. That's
So how do we follow you? For those of us that don't,
At Bubble Bart.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Can you put hashtag Bubble Bart on all your posts about the bubble?
I absolutely will not.
At
You're
not
free to
Bart
do that
Jordan.
if you would like, but
I'll quote tweet it with a hashtag of Bubble
I'm
Bart.
sure you will. At Bart_Pullman.
Okay.
Just my name.
It's POHLMAN.
MAN.
For those that want, I think it's sort of like betting on games, so you are more interested in them. This is what Bart's doing is he's making.
The great thing
Bart
is
actually researches this.
The
More
great thing is
interesting
you can
for you.
also bet on these games too and make it more interesting.
That's also Bart's gambling list. It doubles as a bubble list and a games I'm betting
No,
on.
well, I'll tell you, the game I'm betting on is Michigan State, Maryland tonight.
What do you got? What's the action on that?
Michigan State plus 3.5.
Where are they playing?
It is at Maryland.
So you're taking the Terps?
No, I'm taking Sparty.
You're taking Sparty to cover?
Yeah, I
At
think,
Maryland.
I think Sparty is very good and very.
Chuck acts like he's just he's just enthralled, and he can't believe it. Like, oh, what?
I'm done.
You are. Although football season's over, the action never stops on the Oaklawn Sports app. Download the Oaklawn Sports app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and you can get in on the action, just like Bart's talking about. Future outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, game props, live in-game wagering, you name it. You can probably bet on it with Oaklawn Sports in the app. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And how about this? A 10% profit boost to new and existing customers on qualifying. This is right up ours alley. 3-leg parlays. Earn a profit boost of up to 10%. So your parlay odds of plus 1,000 can turn into a parlay with odds of plus 1,100. Just with this little promotion here. Check out all the details at the Oaklawn Sports app. Arkansas's best sporting app. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
I can cook up a little parlay if we'd like. I can
right now or like in a minute or
yeah. I mean, when we come back from break, I could have one ready.
Okay.
So just so I'm clear on the Auburn game, like who do we need to win that game?
It
Auburn or Ole
doesn't.
Miss?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But things change. 8:44.
Not that
on
much.
the Chuck and
Not
Bo
on-
Show. Good morning. All the fun.
When you went into the Hall of Fame, I think it was at a Western Sizzling.
I think it was. It was at a motel. It wasn't a hotel. It was a motel.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So so you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precedent. We'd love to help.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
As we wrap up the 10th annual Miracles and Magic Mediathon benefiting Arkansas Children's Northwest, we want to send a huge thank you to our incredible sponsors, Crabtree RV, Slotsky's, Heartland Honda, Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center, and Ozarks Electric Cooperative. Because of your partnership, children right here at home will be better today and healthier tomorrow. And to our amazing listeners, your donations make miracles happen. Thank you for bringing hope, healing, and smiles to so many lives. This wouldn't be possible without you. Together, we're making a difference. Thank you.
You're listening to The Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
So Arkansas puts me through a lot of pain.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So I'd like to correct an error. I was inaccurate earlier, and I want to own all these mistakes that I make. Which is a lot. We don't have time for all of them, but I'll do the best I can. ESPN2.
I'm not getting into that.
ESPN2 is the telecast tonight, not ESPN. And Tom Hart is on the call.
And Ron Slay.
Who
I think is really entertaining on the SEC network. I like Ron.
Yeah, you like Ron?
Yeah, I like
Okay, Tom and Ron on the call tonight, ESPN2. And then on the radio, it's Chuck and Z.
I don't like those guys, but I like
you guys.
I like Ron Slay. And
Never
that other
mind
guy.
my little reminder that popped up there, and that's what you heard. Hey, the doors are open, and the new era of elegance awaits at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. Go in there and get a great cup of coffee, a latte, or a Prosecco at Cafe B as you enjoy the amazing, unmatched luxury experience of Blakeman's newly renovated store. Discover an expanded selection of breathtaking jewelry, expert service tailored to you. They even got private rooms designed for comfort and exclusivity. Handcrafted. It's amazing, all of the things that they have now. It's a sight to see. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Again, Bart, what did I tell you? If you got the
if Arkansas makes the NCAA tournament, you're gonna get me a watch.
I'm
or
gonna
something.
gift you something from Blakeman's. We'll take you in there.
Man.
How'd you work that?
Well,
he prompted
it.
it.
Changed a little bit. Bart made the guarantee, if they win 3 of the last 5, but he's kind of moved the goalpost a little bit. And then Theo got hurt, and he basically said all bets are off. So I don't really know where we stand on this.
So if either Edward or I were to make some kind of bold statement about Arkansas making a run, you would say, hey, if they do it, I'll buy you a Rolex watch? Is that what you said?
Well, I that's maybe taking it a little bit further than where I was. But sure, for you, Chuck, yes, anything.
I'm looking out for Edward.
Not for me, though.
Yeah. Well, Edward didn't ask. You asked. Edward, what would you like?
That's fair.
I'd take a watch.
How about
I mean, if we're
not going to turn down a watch.
Throwing out watches.
Okay. You know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get you guys in the store first and look around a little bit. Maybe we'll have a cup of coffee. How about that? A Cafe B.
That's what you get.
Fair enough.
All right. Edward's got a game he wants to play with number 10 of the Auburn Tigers.
Chad Baker-Mazara. We talked about him a little bit yesterday.
He's the guy that tried to fight the Arkansas team on the. Well, he didn't really, but he was taunting the Arkansas team.
Fought his own team on the plane.
He's been in college a long time, and he's 25 years old. So we're going to play, is this Arkansas Razorback? Former player, older or younger than Chad?
We didn't like him coming out of the game because of the way he was acting.
That's right.
And then we talked about how old he was. And it was
Right.
like,
All right,
Chuck's
what do we
like,
got?
man, I think you might be too
All right,
old
we've
to play
got
college
8 names
basketball.
here, older or younger. We will start with a fifth-year senior from last year's team, Jalen Graham. Older or younger?
Younger.
Younger.
Correct. 2 years younger. He was a fifth-year senior last year. Good job.
Chad's older than everybody.
Man.
All right, we'll go with multi-year NBA vet Daniel Gafford.
Ooh.
Older or younger?
Gafford's older.
Older. I'm going to go older.
Older by 1 calendar year.
Wow.
He's almost as old as
He's
Daniel
a vet.
Gafford.
He's a vet.
That's right.
Gafford's been around
It's
forever.
only his 5th contract in the NBA.
All right, we'll go with Jimmy Witt Jr.
Oh,
a name that
Jimmy Witt Jr. is older than Chad.
Jimmy
Baker.
Witt Jr. is older.
Younger.
He's older. He's 28. He's the oldest on this list.
I mean, he was
Okay.
like, he had gray hair when he played.
Right. All right, Moses Moody.
Younger.
3 years younger.
Yeah,
He's
Moses
3
is
years
only-
younger than-
Moses is only 22.
He's 3 years
He's
younger
22.
than this Chad Auburn guy.
I mean,
Moses Moody is.
Chad Auburn guy.
He played
He's
1
3
year.
years
here.
younger, yeah.
He was 19 when
Holy
he went to
crap.
the NBA. This guy's 26 or 25.
This is the kind of stuff that he
All right.
should be told when
That's right.
when he comes to opposing student sections.
Couple more names here. Kamani Johnson.
Younger.
He's a year older.
Year older.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Jalen Williams.
Younger.
3 years younger.
That's
than
incredible.
Chad. All right, we got 2 left.
That is incredible. 3 Jalen Williams?
Yeah.
Moses Moody?
Yeah.
3 years younger.
We should have them call this guy and be like, "Hey, man, what are you still
Find
doing?
a
in college?"
job.
Really?
Yeah, get a job.
All right, these 2 last players are the same age: Stanley Amude and Justin Smith.
They're younger.
They're younger. Than
They're younger.
They've been gone.
Probably
They've been
close,
gone
but
for
younger.
3 years,
They are the same age. They're both 25.
and they've been out of here for 3
Wow.
years.
Yes.
And Justin Smith came
And
here.
they
as a
weren't
grad
like
transfer.
Yeah, they weren't fresh.
So did Moody, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy's been there. Like you don't realize.
He's not the only one either. He's not the only one. And that's why when you hear these coaches talk about playing older teams, they're talking about playing grown men. You're not talking about playing 21-year-olds. If you got a bunch of 21-year-olds, you're a young team.
Bart's got a 3-leg parlay
Yeah, what
before
is
we
it?
get out of here.
What is it?
Michigan State plus 4.5, Utah State plus 4.5, and Arkansas money line.
Okay, there you go.
There's your parlay.
Look at that confidence.
Well, you said it
Profit
like you meant
boost,
it.
baby.
What are
This
the
is
odds?
what's going to happen.
Look for the Bart cutout in tonight's game. We're hoping it'll work out and we can at least get him some airtime. We don't know for sure if we can, but watch for it. It's a Bart cutout. It'll be at the game. If you see it, take a picture. There'll be something in it for you potentially. I'll get you a $100 gift card to Walk-Ons if you send us a good picture and we pick your name out of those that qualify.
What a time to be alive.
What a
I mean,
time
it really
to have
is.
a cutout.
Yeah.
Chuck and Bo Show. It's Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform